that you guys are sort of actually getting to the actual plot now.
Oh, hot damn!
Oh, nice.
Look at us.
Because the whole Gordic cult was supposed to be a red herring to like lead you off on a other tangent that you would eventually find the true story, but that was supposed to happen like 12 hours ago.
Oh.
So that like the rest of the 12 hours could be filled with the actual
that's
story.
what happens when I go to bed and everyone is just outside the town, and I come back and they're just outside the town 5 hours later.
Yeah, exactly. So, needless to say, the second part is going to be heavily truncated. Or this last part, dude, the actual story.
Hey, we did a lot in 3 hours.
Listen, the last 2 to 3 last 2 sessions, I guess, and the third session, they like really booked it. Like they made progress. But then there was like a session where they spent it all in the one mansion, like searching for things. So, all right, I am just gonna run and replenish this cocaine coffee real quick.
Nice. Do the same thing.
And then just bio break for a sec, and then scarf these 2 pancakes so I'm not seeing how wide I can open my mouth and stuff a pancake in here on the stream, which I've already done some of, but I'll save you guys that lovely spectacle. And I will be right back. Also, I love the beard, the dedication.
Hey.
Yes, Grandpippy Shippy.
I grew it just for today.
It's amazing.
I'm like the prince. I'm playing a princess class too, but I've grown the beard and not the hair.
You're a classical princess.
I'm one of those kind of Rapunzels. Manpunzel.
Manpunzel.
This sheds so much, my god.
Ugh. Your beard is shedding.
That's
It
why
does,
I have
like-
this one.
Yeah. Like this thing is covered in like just little like tumbleweed beards. And try not to eat this mustache bit. It's gonna
Yeah,
slide
gross.
down.
I really like this mustache. It like really accentuates my cheekbones.
It
does.
I
does.
feel like I look so great.
It's like it's holding up your cheekbones, like a little flexing stash.
Oh man. I don't know what's happened to the princess.
I don't know, you
Yeah.
just
She found her
exploded.
adventure. She found her adventure. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's fine. You got 2 clerics here.
Yeah, somebody will bring
Yeah.
you back. Just
And the druid, I can like reincarnate you.
yes,
I was
just
gonna say, I'm
scoop up the
concerned
princess
without
goo.
The body, because all of mine require you to have a body.
Well, if we take all the bits together, I think we can use resurrection.
Yeah.
She comes
Because
in and she's like,
no, because resurrection brings back lost body parts.
oh,
Oh, I didn't take that.
I kind of
I have it.
It's just like raise dead her, you know, get like a zombie princess.
or like a goo, like a goo
Yeah.
princess.
Even like
Yeah.
a lumpy space princess.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. What a lump.
what a laugh, guys. Oh my god.
God. Oh my god. Uh.
I'm kind of glad that Steve doesn't know that his ring makes things explode, because otherwise he'd be pretty distraught. Because he would think that he exploded you.
Oh.
Which is what I originally thought, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
I'm also not nearly used to getting up this early on a Sunday morning. I'm supposed to like sleep in.
Right. Yeah. I just. Yeah. I've been doing this. I haven't gone to bed at all. I took like a cat
Didn't
nap.
take a
and almost
nap. You
missed-
just went and partied on like Wayne and Garth. And
I
came back
did. I
straight
partied
to-
on from one part to another part.
Damn.
Yeah, I just went straight because I didn't get home till like, I guess my time it would have been like 1:30ish, and then at 2 we got the extra hour, so I
Yeah.
took that extra hour and got a nap in.
Okay, we got at least a little bit.
Yeah, I got like 45 minutes, and then I almost missed the stream. I set an alarm, but I guess the
Ooh.
time change screwed it up, so I only had like 10 minutes. So I was like, when I first got
I gotta
to,
get
I was
ready
like,
for my
I'm here.
picture.
It's 3 a.m. and can do this.
Like true Cinderella, forgetting what time it is.
Yeah. Fashionably late,
Mm-hmm.
but I was still on time.
Yeah.
Oh man. We should just use reincarnate because I want to see what you
Yes.
come back as. And
What
if you
she's
come
gonna
back
be.
as like a half orc or something like that.
Right.
Oh wow. Yeah, that could be funny.
You'll come back as like Amphipotamus, maybe.
That's true. We'd have two. Is the world ready for that?
I don't know. I got a whole tribe of them.
That's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
These hippopotamuses are terrifying.
Especially.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Yeah, before we do anything, I'm gonna ask Ted a question.
Sure, Jel. What do you got?
Well, I'm gonna wait when we're actually playing.
Okay. Sure.
Because we have multiple ideas on how to go about the princess situation.
Yep.
Okay. So, hi folks, we're back.
All right.
I'm gonna actually, you know what? We still have we have 3 hours. I'm actually gonna adjust the timer so that it's accurate
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Nice.
never adjusted for.
for daylight savings. I should have just made it 20. Actually, I couldn't make it 25 at the start. It would just wouldn't let me.
Oh.
I'm gonna actually stop it and then just make it 3. There we go. So, that is accurate. I did not miss any donations. 2375, folks. Crazy amount of donations so far.
Amazing.
We are, I think, 5th or 4th in the whole Wizards of the Coast team in general, which is crazy.
Ooh.
So, all right. So we're going to resume as Steve, Bookshelf, and Rurik have been walking out with their cool guys don't look at burning cabbage buildings as they walk away, and Princess Penelope Periwinkle just exploded. Gone. Well, so let me get a couple reactions out of you guys, I guess. So,
Rurik's like eyes grow just super big, and he just looks at her. Well, what's left of her,
mm-hmm.
and he thinks it might be an act of Talos for what he just did.
Ooh.
He's convinced of it.
Okay, he's convinced that he did something wrong and his god has smote one of his companions. What about you, Steve and Bookshelf? Do you guys then try to explode, as it seems to be normal human things to do? Or...
Steve seems very concerned and goes over to the remains because it's just like goop everywhere, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, what's left?
Surprisingly, it is just goop. None of her items or anything are left behind.
Okay, is her head intact?
Nope.
There's just
Oh
goop.
damn. Okay, never mind.
It's
I
like...
can't use that.
Like more or less like split on almost like a 45, but like a jagged 45. The eyes popped out. It's just gross.
And then he's gonna turn to Rurik and be like, "Is this normal human behavior?" I mean,
No,
I know, but
this isn't
I'm
normal.
also curious.
Yeah. So he tells you no.
He will try to cast like cure wounds on the goop.
Some of the goop looks a little bit healthier, but it's still goop.
I will say a prayer.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Resurrection on her.
Alright, do you have whatever is necessary to do so?
Yes, because I took that diamond from the gold pile at the beginning.
Alright, hang on, let me see something.
Oh, princess, you were a normal human mutated eared princess. And you lived for what I assume was the 3 hours that we were together, I'm not sure if you were alive before then, because I did not know you, because we were not friends. And then things exploded, and then you exploded, but we had fun. Things were lit, and we stayed turnt. And you will always be my brah! Amen.
Best prayer.
Wow.
So it takes an hour to cast Resurrection.
Yeah.
So
we're not in a hurry.
True.
Where did Tank go, by the way?
Tank, with its princess destroyed, just continued walking away, or running away,
Oh.
seeking purpose, and just has escaped. As you're in shock, and Tank is just like circuits are like whirring and spinning, and it runs away. As this is happening, you see trundling, I guess, down the road, well, I don't know what form you're in, but why don't you go ahead and give us a description of who's coming down the road, Rem?
Okay, so Grandpippy Shippy, he's going to be in his typical halfling form. He doesn't know how the world feels about lycanthropotami, so he's not going to be, tooting that horn just yet. But essentially, you see this tiny little halfling. He's old, he's decrepit, he's kind of cantankerous looking, giant old nose, red long johns like so, gigantic beard, hat, a double-barrel crossbow up by his side, and tucked and around his little belt pouch is a portable hole. The little butt flap on his back of his long john sometimes comes undone, so he's got to reach back and hold it up most of the time. So otherwise his junk will fall out of the trunk, and everyone's going to be very upset when they see that. But you see him just kind of, trotting down the road, just kind of, gonna sit down and just humming little songs, tunes to himself, and just having a good day.
He makes his way eventually to what you guys are sitting there. You begin to start chanting on a spell there, Rurik, and you see as this lad just doop, 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 on down the road towards you.
Rurik is focusing.
Alright, because you're casting a spell. Steve, you and Bookshelf see this.
Steve turns to the tiny normal human and is like, "Tiny human! I did not know that children could grow such beards. How did you do this?"
Ma'am, I don't think you know who I am, but I'm not a human. I am a halfling, thank you very much. But yes, we do look like tiny people. But yes, thank you for the compliment and long beard. I did have a good time growing it. You got a big old pile of meat right there. What's all that about?
Oh, this was our friend, the princess, because she never introduced herself. Other than
well. How about that? But did you like what happened to her? She looks a little unassembled.
Things have been exploding, and I was told that this is not normal human behavior.
But as that is said, a tree nearby just explodes. Tree shatters into splinters.
Well, how about that? What's the quickest way I can get the hell out of here?
And as you are saying this and having this conversation, Rurik, you're chanting. Steve, you're trying to make a new friend. Grandpippy, you're like, I don't know what happened. She sits up, this exploded, and something exploded. Just like walking out towards you guys, like nothing happened, is the princess. All gear, completely normal, just like walking right towards you.
Is the meat still there?
The meat is still there. But as you walk, as the meat is there, as the princess starts to get closer, a bunch of rats come out of nowhere, scrabble up all the meat, and then run off in like a swarm of rats.
What?
I've read this book. The rats come out and they make her a gown for the ball, but I guess they gotta put her together first.
What?
Yeah.
Rurik is just confused because now he just lost a diamond, and he's like,
No, I'm gonna say you didn't lose the diamond. You
Okay.
you were able to stop it early enough that the spell wasn't used up.
did I lose the time slot?
You didn't lose the spell, no, because you didn't fully spend the time. so you kept it. You just lost about 10 minutes in concentration.
Steve will run to fist bump the princess.
Oh, I'm. There's nothing wrong with me. I just like, where did I go with it?
So I will tell you what you got. You got
Okay.
the Infinity Ring of Death,
Oh, great.
which the player character dies horribly at the end of each session. However, at the start of the next session, the player character is back with all inventory equipment and as if nothing has happened. It is basically the Kenny from South Park ring, where you die in an awful fashion, rats come and take away your body, and you return the next session as if nothing has happened. But this is the first time that anyone has ever actually had this ring in a game of mine, and then had a session transition.
Oh, nice.
So you got to actually experience the death and then the sort of instant rebirth, the Kennyism, if you will. So for you, you have a full memory of like walking out with the fire behind you, and then all of a sudden you are here. But you
Right.
you don't remember the explosion or where you were. You just remember being here, walking towards them.
Okay. And you're running at me trying to fist bump?
Yep.
Oh. Well, she's gonna meet you with a very ginger, pat on the knuckles, and, she's like, my goodness, what do those rats have?
Your body.
Yeah, Rick is like, you died, and you're here, and you died, and you're here.
Rurik, you are questioning so much of what's going on in the world.
Yeah, he's questioning the universe now. Like, nothing's real.
Yes, please excuse my, abrupt exit. I don't know what came over me. That's the first time I've ever died. What were we doing again? And who is this strange bearded fellow?
This is a tiny human.
Uh,
Has a beard.
Yeah, hello there. My name is Grandpippy Shippy, the Grandpippy of the lycanthropy tribe. I'm very confused right now because apparently that is you, that you're right there. So I don't know what's going on in this here world. It's all kind of crazy. Not the most confusing thing I've ever seen, but it's definitely the most confusing thing I'm seeing right now.
Would the princess know anything about this tribe?
Would
I don't think
Bookshelf know anything about this tribe?
From the books? Yeah.
I don't know how well known is the lycanthropodemy. Is it secretive
it's-
or?
I guess like it's not unknown that like there are lycanthropes, but they're like werewolves and were-rats.
Do I
Oh,
have
I
trivial
see.
knowledge on them?
Yeah,
You know that they exist only because that's not beneficial to you.
Okay.
Huh.
Well, I've heard of your tribe of creatures. They are interesting and special. How did you get here, good sir? Are you on an adventure? We are.
Well, I suppose so. I mean, most of us, we stay just real insular within our own confines. And we don't really know much about the world, so I guess I'm sitting out trying to see what I can find out, bring back some information from my people. Just typical hit the road venture. Yeah, it sounds good. But preferably we go someplace where people don't just blow up all the time.
Right. And the town is still burning? Or the corporation is?
Yep.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, we should probably exit. Quickly, without popping.
Shall we continue our walk coolly away?
Yes! That sounds ideal. Would you like to join us, Mr. Grandpippy Shippy?
Yeah, sure. I mean, if we can get away from here where everything burns and explodes, this is horrible. Why would anyone want to live here?
Rurik is gonna give him one of the letters, but everything is lined out except join us.
Yeah, it's basically this letter that originally said it said like, hello, blank, enter name here. Join us, and then this whole long list of the whole plot of the game, the original plot of like, gotta stop the gourds, gotta do this, meet me in this city with a blank, signed his name, but it's basically all been redacted, so all it says is, hello, blank name, join us, signed Rurik. And that's all that remains is everything else is redacted, and he hands you this letter.
No, I can't read. What does this say?
Just follow us, and he follows the princess. If she's
Okay,
leaving.
well, I'm not a fan of big government, so I'll keep my distance from this princess. So.
Oh, I'm a fairy tale princess. I have no ties to large government. Just
Oh, thank God. There we go. That's
fairy
better.
tales.
Oh, I was about to say, if you. Ooh, I was about to get on you. The monarchy.
Yes, I mean, I do have there's a king, but he's just a king over our castle. No particular land or people.
I have like a "Don't tread on me" with like an angry hippo tattooed on my.
I love it. Love it. Perfect.
So, where are we going? Are we just walking?
You're just away.
You're just trying. Basically,
just
now you're
walking
attempting
away.
to get away from the large arson charge that you are all potentially facing.
Not me. I wasn't here, officer.
That's true.
What was the other town? We were in Short Saddle.
Yes.
What's happening over in Long Saddle?
You were in.
Saddle's abandoned.
Long Saddle is
Oh.
abandoned.
We spent too much time on Long Saddle
They
already.
spent like 18 hours in Long Saddle.
Well, then we don't want to be there.
People don't explode in Long Saddle. They disappear.
Princess takes that to heart.
Because that is all that happened to Steve while he was in Long Saddle.
Yeah, everybody
People
disappeared, pretty
appeared
much.
and disappeared.
If my fairy tale books have told me anything, it's that when you've completed the mission, the book ends, and our story is not over. So maybe this cult was not all there is to deal with.
You guys are traveling down the road. You will see you get like 6 hours away from the fire, so you feel like you have a little bit of breathing room, right? You've been learning about Grandpippy and sharing a little bit of stories back and forth.
Ask Grandpippy if he has parents.
Yes, but as you can tell, I'm quite old. My parents passed away, and we buried them back in the bog years ago, entombed them in typical lycanthropy fashion.
So
But yeah,
you're an orphan then.
well, I'm an orphan in the sense that I'm an old-ass man whose parents have died. As typically happens.
That's a human
Quietly on the
trait.
bookshelf.
I'm no human. I'm a lycanthropotamus.
That's okay. As frame of reference to you, Grandpippy, you are talking to a gargoyle with a mustache
Oh.
and a goatee,
Oh.
who is holding hands with another gargoyle with mutton chops. And these are not like grown; these are like pasted on.
Okay.
And this gargoyle during the 6 hours constantly refers to itself as a completely normal human who follows completely normal human behavior.
Now, I've seen some really weird humans. You're not even a really weird human. I'd hate to say that, but you're
I'm a normal human.
Oh. Me too. And then if we're gonna sit here and play pretend, then why, yes, this is supposed to be regular old normal humans. But sometimes might turn into a hippopotamus. Will you give us a love playing charades? Okay, what is she over here? What's this woman? I go over to the princess. What are you a regular human too with your pointy ass ears?
No, I am a regular princess.
Oh!
The princess.
Oh, one bit of nobility and just all to her head. All to the head.
But if we're playing pretend, I would like to pretend I'm the queen.
Of course.
Well, I suppose, why not? That's what happens. I leave my borders and I just end up in a big old cahoot of other dynasties. What's one to the other? All right, fine, Your Highness. Where are we going? I said almost human folk.
Well, we've been traveling for roughly 6 hours. My feet hurt in these glass slippers.
I forgot you have glass slippers on, that's true.
Of course.
That sounds like a horrible thing to make a shoe out of.
They're good for climbing, these magical ones in particular.
Okay. I use rope. Because my rope isn't made of glass, it's made out of rope. Why don't you make you some rope shoes?
This is exactly what I need in the last few hours. I need something this light.
Chaos, just chaos.
As you guys are traveling, and it's about like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You guys come across a roadside stand.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Give me that bad yet. Is there
Can
anybody manning the stand?
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Rurik, are you gonna do something?
Rurik is gonna cast fog cloud on it
Okay.
just for as long as he's walking by, and once he's gone, he's gonna dispel it, just so he doesn't see what's on the shelf.
Okay. He walks by. He dispels it when he's on the other side, and you guys,
Yeah.
I assume, get close. Grandpippy and the princess.
Yeah, I'll hop up there. Yeah.
Yes, salutations, Praetor.
You see a man there, and this is a corn stand, like corn on the cob. It's a pretty corny stand.
Bruh,
Oh,
sir,
shucks.
you... Let the corn puns begin. Sir, your stand has lovely corn. Do you grow it yourself?
He says, "Yes."
Do you get a lot of people that want corn in these parts?
And he like looks around and he goes, "Yes."
There's nobody around. It seems like kind of a...
It just seems like it's you.
I have 2 corns, please.
And he goes, "Yes," and he hands you 2 corns. And he puts his
Okay.
hand out. And you see, like, and he points at a sign that says, like, I don't know, 5 copper per corn.
Now, you have to tell me what that says, sir. I don't do the whole looking at words and knowing what they say.
And he says, "Yes."
Bookshelf claps a hand on Grandpippy Shippy's shoulder and is like, I will read this for you.
Yeah,
And he
thank you.
reads it up.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And I hand him like a silver piece.
Bookshelf
The
can
corn.
read. Steve cannot.
Oh, gotcha. Bookshelf as a previous bookshelf can read. Yeah, he hands you, he takes the copper, or the silver piece, and he just, like, puts it away. And you have 2 ears of corn on the cob.
I start just like typewriter.
Got it. It's not cooked, just to put that out there.
No, it's okay.
Oh.
I ate a lot of stuff not cooked.
Alright. Princess?
Do you know where the nearest town is, Mr. Corn Stand Man?
And he says, "Yes," and he points towards
Okay.
Let's see, if you guys had left short settle, he points to the west. The southwest.
Oh.
Steve is confused that he's maybe not understanding this person correctly, and so casts tongues on himself to see if he's maybe...
You speak yes.
Gotcha, okay. You wait to hear if he says anything.
Wait, and I'm like, sorry, I did not catch that last thing you said, friend. Where's the town?
And he, to all other ears, says, "Yes." And you hear, "Well, if you travel down the road about 2 days' travel to the southwest, you'll hit the long road. If you travel down the long road, from there you'll reach the city of Longsaddle. Further south, the city of Tribor, and further south yet, the city of Red Larch, and then eventually you'll make your way to Waterdeep."
Thank you.
He says, "Yes." And he says, "You're welcome."
Do you know where we can find adventure, Mr.
This mister?
Yeah, just Mr. Corn Stand Man.
Yep.
Where can we find adventure, Mr.
And he kind of goes like this. He goes, "Yes." And you, Steve, he says, "Well, adventure is all around you, and you could make your own adventure wherever you go, as long as your heart is willing to go on the adventure and quest of life."
I will... I'm not sure if you're understanding him, but he says that adventure is all around us.
And he says, "Yes." And you hear Steve, finally, somebody who gets me.
Why do you sell corn, Mr. Cornman? Is that like a normal human job?
Then he says, yes. And he says, it's as normal. It's a family tradition. One must make a living, and you know, corn is a food that people buy, as you saw. And he gestures to Grandpippy chewing away at the uncooked corn.
Ask him if he has any gourds or cabbages.
Do you sell any
Rurik
gourds
pipes up.
or cabbages?
And he says, yes. And he says, no, I only have corn.
He only has corn.
Oh. Is he the only corn farmer in these parts?
I look at him since obviously he can understand us.
Yeah,
Yeah, he can understand us, but I can't understand him back. Oh, yes. Yes, but Princess doesn't understand. She's saying it to you.
he says, yes. And in response, he says, I'm not the only corn salesman around, but I am the only one right here in your path.
How much for all the corn?
And he, says, yes. And he says, are you for real?
His accent changed.
Yes. He's very excited all of a sudden.
Yes. Normal humans eat corn, correct? I shall eat all the corn.
And then he says, yes. And he says, well, then I guess you would be the most normal human of all, then, if you eat all of the corn. And he will tell you that it will be 50 gold for... And you see he's got a fairly sizable stand with a decent amount of corn here.
I've got a portable hole if you need a place to store all that corn.
I buy all the corn. I hand him 50 gold.
You do.
Nice.
You have all of the corn.
Adventure achieved.
We traders.
We
To the
have a
place where there's
corn.
no corn and make a profit.
Well,
This
it
is
looks...
why Rurik doesn't like food stands.
well, it is a bit foggy in this area. Maybe we should continue.
Yes, the fog still is vaguely permeating the area from the fog cloud spell. And you guys will continue on for a little...
Do you offer up your pit for Steve, or is he just gonna carry all the corn in his arm?
Yeah,
Now just toss it in there. Don't mind the mounted turret or the decanters of endless water, all that kind of. Just pile the corn in there. I mean, if we need all that stuff, we can just dig in. You know, just dig for it. It's
We
like
shall have-
like a festival game, bobbing
We will
for
have
corn.
trail snacks.
Yes, trail snacks. And we'll have all the cobs we need.
And he'll just shove all the corn into the pit.
Yep.
Okay, so basically this is during the season, the month of July, the entire supermarket's corn section, right? So all of that pile, on just restocked today, all of it, it is that but double is the amount of corn you have purchased.
Nice. So I have literally a ton of corn.
Quite possibly.
We can open up our own stand. Call it Corn Hub.
Yeah.
Oh.
We should... Oh, yes. Corn. There will be hungry people now that we've destroyed the cabbages, so maybe we could give it to the hungry. Charity is a good accessory.
Ah, yes, very true. I can give them the corn. I got some candy here that we can throw in there as well. Candy corn.
Candy corn! Yes! From the back of the hippo.
Jal, you're not sure if this really sets you off because you've never heard of candy corn before?
I don't think it would.
No. It
it
seems
has-
you for a
doesn't
moment you're like, no, I guess it's okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have it would have been like candy gourd. He would have been triggered.
Gotcha. Candy gourd is
It has
different
a-
than candy
it has
corn.
a-
Candy corn.
There are no mellow cream pumpkins when Rurik is around. Those are not a thing.
Well, even then, now he's questioning everything.
Oh yeah, I
so-
guess that's true.
He would more be depressed than anger.
Gotcha. All right. So
Okay.
Shall we
let's,
continue on?
let's find a place to sit down and maybe kick our feet up and not blow up.
all right.
Oh, yes.
You say that, and one of the popcorn, one of them, as you're about to put it in, it rather than blow up, all of it turns into popcorn.
Oh,
Ooh.
We need to find a movie theater and make millions.
I've never seen such.
We can sell this for like $12 for one bag of.
So gold. Eat some. I don't really know if gargoyles eat, so.
They don't have to eat. No.
You're just a regular human, right? Yeah.
So we're basically walking down the road eating popcorn.
Yep.
Yep.
Our popcorn adventure has been. I guess I'm still in question. I still question if there are no pumpkins, none, zero, anywhere, or no gourds. There are no gourds anywhere. And now we have destroyed the cabbages. Is there anybody else that makes cabbages? Should we continue leveling the playing field? Or.
Sounds to me like corn is the king now.
Shall we destroy all vegetables?
I mean, that is one answer.
That sounds like fun.
We could start with the corn crop. We do own it now.
Yes, true. We own a good bit of it now. We can and
Well,
keep
now
it-
you're making it sound like Rurik has to destroy you.
Oh,
Well, what are we gonna what's the ultimate end game here for blowing up all this stuff? I mean, are we gonna replace it with a different kind of food? We're gonna just give them all candy instead?
It doesn't seem to be a plan.
What animosity do we have against all this food?
well, it's not against the food necessarily. It's the imbalance of politics that comes with vegetables.
Are you talking about big government? Oh, are you saying we're going to destroy big government?
The corporate government.
Oh, the corn prince? Oh.
Yes. Well, we've already destroyed one. Are there others?
There's always a big government.
It's always a goal.
It's true.
You know,
That is true. Even when you don't, they pop up out of nowhere overnight.
they do. Squish them. Give them while they're little.
So, you guys are going to bed down for the evening.
Well,
Do you guys have plans for your sleep order, your watch order, rather?
I don't need to sleep.
All right, so then we're good.
that'll do it.
Between you and Bookshelf, you are able to get through the night.
Yeah, we pretend to sleep at sometimes when like other people look like they're waking up and they're like, and then like we just
Sleeping.
And actually, I'm gonna cast Guardian of Faith next to me
Okay. To protect
because
you
it
while you
stays
sleep.
up for 8 hours and I don't need to concentrate.
Fair enough.
And it attacks any enemy hostile creature that comes 10 feet near me.
Nice.
Sounds good. All right, you are able to do that, and surprisingly, the night goes by without a hitch, and you wake up in the morning to continue on your travel. And unfortunately, I'm actually going to have to take a short break for a moment. I shall return. Tell us. I don't know. You know what? Then we haven't heard where you're from
Oh, yes.
and what you do on the internets and other things. So why don't
me?
you? Yeah, why don't you fill everybody in
yeah.
on that?
Everybody, brace yourselves. I don't really have a beard. I'm right. Name's Rim. I'm Insomniacs Inc. on Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. You can find me Tuesdays at 7 Eastern on Unmade Gaming, playing Curse of Strahd as Auntie Nanny, the crazy old like Mrs. Doubtfire wizard lady. Wednesday, also playing Curse of Strahd, but on Encounter Roleplay as Hiram Shanks, the alligator sorcerer, deep southern character. And on Thursdays, you can find me and Chelsea, Little Red Dot, as I DM the Shoals of Beauregard on Encounter Roleplay at 4. And Chelsea plays mostly their Malone, everyone's favorite crazy old pirate. I also write adventures for the Dungeon Masters Guild, and I do freelance D&D adventure writing. You can find all that. I don't know if I'm allowed to put links in the chat, but he's not here, so good. Dang it. I'm gonna put them in there. You'll never know. You can find my website and my shop right there. If you want to check out my adventures on the DMs Guild. About 5 of them out right now. One of them is free. Feel free to download it, run it, read it, review it. Just recently, we finished a project called The Breath of Gore on Kickstarter, where I wrote for that. And that's kind of what I do. I write adventures, publish them, and like camp out my royalty reports while hoping that it goes up. But yeah, that's mostly me online. Occasionally I'll hop on other streams to do like video game days and such like that. But yeah, how are you guys?
I'm pretty
Yeah.
good.
6 hours,
Fine.
a little over 6 hours in.
Yeah,
No big deal. I can't imagine where Ted is at right now.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm losing it.
You just seem like running around the background, like with a bottle of booze, just yelling and screaming and kicking
Yeah,
stuff
at least last year he had light all the way through with him, so he had some moral support.
Oh yeah. God bless. I can only imagine.
I remember when like Encounter Roleplay would do these 12-hour streams, like Will would also just drink like a sailor during it. And so during the last like 6 hours, we could not let him, like he could not be a dungeon master otherwise. It was going to be real bad.
That's awesome.
Because they would like also do like shots, I think, for donations.
Yeah, where are we at on our
I think
goal?
Ted tried to do alcohol the first year and then would just decided it was a terrible idea.
No.
Yeah.
Not if he's DMing the whole time. He can't like
Yeah.
if he can like pull back as a player, then you can kind of make that happen. But
Guys, we have already. How much have we raised? 23.75. 95%. Just 5 more to go.
$125 and that goal is reached.
Anybody want to make something crazy appear and attack it?
Yeah.
Anyone want to buy us a wish?
Oh yes, buy us a wish. We'll wish for more adventure.
Yeah. Let's see. I raised What if we like combined all of our individual monies raised?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'd be because I bring in 75.
Nice. Yeah, I brought in about 5.7. I think I brought in 5.7. So the princess. She's a useless character, but she has all the magical items. So.
Yeah, altogether we probably raised over like 3,000.
Yeah, because you also had a page too. Yeah, yours is inspired mine. Yeah. Yeah, he was like, Ted was like, check this out. I was like, that's like so cool.
Yeah, I only raised like $100, but I always like doing the before stream stuff. Like,
Yeah.
if anybody wants to influence, because obviously the stream is kind of ridiculous, so
Yeah,
I'll play
yeah.
whatever anybody wants me to play.
That's awesome. Did somebody vote on the gargoyle? How did the gargoyle happen?
Yeah, how did that happen? Because I missed a lot of this.
So I didn't get any like pre-stream donations, at least not for anything like towards class or anything like that. So then I was like, oh, what can I be? And I was like, I don't want to be like a normal race because Ted's like allows homebrew stuff.
Right.
I was like, kind of want to be a gargoyle because I had a friend who used to like LARP gargoyles.
Covered himself
So I
in
was
gray
like-
paint.
Yeah, so I was like kind of inspired by that, and then I was like, what would a gargoyle do? Then I was like, technically he's a gravedigger, but we haven't had to fight anything, so he hasn't had to roll out his shovel.
That's amazing.
So then I was like, well, I need a class, and then I was like, he can be a cleric of Kalemvor, which is like a stop undead cleric. So like basically I'm a grave cleric. who just kind of wandered out into like a graveyard, and like people thought he was like a demon, and then they're like, he was like, no, I'm just here, and then they're like, oh well, let us teach you about our god, and then he was like, okay. And then
Wow.
in the actual gargoyle race that Ted showed me, it says people are frightened of you, so it would be recommended that you wear a fake mustache when you go out in public. And I was like, that's perfect. I'm going to do that.
And everyone knows like the mustache and beard means you're evil. So
Well, the princess told me that mustaches were faux pas and like past seasons. So
Yeah, past season. So she stepped it up with some princess hair tagged to it.
yeah, this is technically the princess's hair pasted into my face.
She
magical
added the
hair.
goatee, which makes it in style.
Yes.
It's like a big old Fu Manchu kind of goatee going on. You have or
Made out of golden hair.
Out of
Nice.
golden princess hair.
on like
Well,
a
my mustache
stone
is brown
demon.
hair, and then because I think that her hair was brown. Because it's actually hair from two people. Because in the first 5 minutes of me playing, it all got burned off immediately, and I was like, my mustache! I'm hideous.
Aww.
Yeah, because of the deck of many things.
Yeah.
Oh damn! Someone got one of those thrown in.
Yeah,
We
I mean,
got 3 in the whole 24 hours, I think.
God.
yeah. I pulled the card, but I got a sword out of it. So.
And actually, my card still hasn't happened.
Oh yeah,
I'm-
you have.
Oh, really?
I have an enmity that's supposed to attack me very
Like a
soon.
demon or something.
Yeah.
Oh, the avatar or the the enemy thing.
flame.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So.
It's probably gonna
yeah.
happen like now.
I was gonna say, well,
get
now
ready.
we know it's coming. Yeah.
That's what he's doing. He's going over to get into his costume, and then lands. He's going to be done up. Rawr! I'm here for your corn.
Oh. And,
Gosh, we're gonna find a corn elemental.
Like in Castle Crashers,
yes.
Yeah.
the big giant corn monster.
Shoot butter.
Okay, so
Also-
you know what? I do have a canon-based question regarding the gourds and the cabbages that maybe somebody can answer. Are these the only 2 towns that are in this civil war
Yes.
between cabbages and pumpkins? So we could potentially go to a whole other town and get pumpkins from like Red Larch
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
bring them back.
Pretty much.
Well, probably. It depends if in the 5 years the Civil War expanded.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out is like how deep down the rabbit hole is the war, and like how much gourd eradication has happened. What we don't know. Yeah, that,
Gourd.
yeah. I was hoping maybe we had an idea of the like extent.
All I know is my character from last year's has opened up a chain of taverns. So that's all I know about what happened.
Right. And
Everyone
and
plays
other
beer
folks.
pong.
It's where everybody plays beer pong, and it's filled with bros. It's where all the bros go.
Nice.
Where the bros go.
Your character was so OP last year.
Yeah,
The,
it was
the
out of
charming
control.
stuff.
I
You could just
basically, like-
charm everyone.
Yeah, I got an infinity ring that gave me +10 to all of my persuasion rolls against the opposite sex. And I already was a sorcerer, so like my charisma was through the roof, and then I got an extra +10. So I like talked people out of everything. I was like, "You don't want to do that," and then like,
Nice.
Then
sell
you get,
me your
like, a-
tavern.
In a warehouse. And
Yeah, I bought a warehouse. I bought for my tavern so I could store all my stuff, and then I bought a tavern because I pulled the gem card from the deck of many things, so I had like a shit ton
Oh.
of money.
Yeah, 50,000 gold right there.
Holy cow.
And then I made like another 20,000 playing beer pong.
Right, because you had a war cleric who kept using War God's Blessing
Yeah.
to increase all your cup shots.
That's what I do.
So were you there to hear gourd? We have a gourd cabbage question, or
Yeah.
at least I do.
Sure.
Chelsea does, not the princess. So, how far has the gourd eradication taken itself? Like, if we go to like Red Larch, do they still have gourds and pumpkins and
No,
cabbages?
almost the entirety of the realms, as far as you know. Like,
Oh, it's like like we wiped it
like
out.
a mass extinction.
Wow,
Yeah.
Jal, you've been
Wow.
busy.
It's like a
yep,
pumpkin
I've been
pie.
really
Wow.
busy.
He's been real busy, and he's been making his name, making the foulness of gourds known as far and wide as he possibly can. So, like, to the point where there are almost no gourds left in the realms, which is why they fetch such a high price on the occasional black market when they pop up.
Black market gourding.
Because the amount of heat on gourds is it's quite high.
Guys, I can cast Hero's Feast and just summon like a table full of pumpkins, and we can be rich as hell.
That's a thing you could do.
If we, are you telling me, tiny bearded person, that you could, Grandpippy Shippy, you're telling
Yes.
me, Grandpippy, that you can just make pumpkins appear?
I can. I can make pumpkins appear. I can make a carriage of a pumpkin.
Wait. So we could solve
Yeah,
the pumpkin problem.
I am a pumpkin mancer.
Oh no.
There's a pumpkin
know, this
problem.
is
I didn't know
about-
about this. What else is weird in this world that exists outside my tribe?
Well, pumpkins, well, gourds really are all but gone, right?
The gourds are all gone.
Yep.
Well, why?
Rurik, would you like to fill him in? On
We
the
destroyed them.
Why would you?
This is
Oh, I know. So you can corner the market.
no.
Small government, big market. That's me.
We killed the Gourd King,
You killed
the Gourd
King.
God,
I don't know. Oh, you took.
and
down-
we stopped his resurrection.
You took down big gourd government. I like it.
And then
Now-
we took down the Cabbage Corporation
With fire.
with fire.
Oh, is that what all that was back there?
Yeah.
Well, do you want to try to corner the market then? I can just, poof, table full of whatever you want to eat.
I
The rest
actually
of this campaign, just us setting up a roadside stand.
a pumpkin feast.
Well, I will say as a point of fact that you have a druid and 2 clerics, and I believe create food and water are spells you have, potentially could have. You could
And
choose to
Heroes
create, and Heroes Feast, you could create,
Yeah, Heroes Feast.
you could create pumpkins if you so chose.
And my pumpkins are good pumpkins. You eat them, you get bonus hit points. You're immune to poison damage. These pumpkins are the pumpkins you want.
You happen to know how to grow a pumpkin. So not just like create them, but actually like grow them in the mass quantities.
I could do that. I mean, we can go into our little pumpkin racket. Mm-hmm.
Do we know where the pumpkin black market is actually located?
I don't know. I live in the woods.
Yes.
I could do a check because I might be in the know.
Yeah, that was not something I don't think the princess would be to.
No, you can make me, I guess, an intelligence check, Rurik.
Ooh.
You feel like you're not going to really find one in a small town. Probably a big city is the place you want to go. Maybe back to either Waterdeep or Neverwinter, potentially.
Have to go to a big city, I see.
Oh,
Not do well in big cities, but I guess I can do whatever's possible. Let me see.
yes. I've never been to the city.
Which seems weird to you all, that the princess has only lived in never been to a city. Seems like a princessly thing.
Yes. Well,
Let's go.
I can cast plane shift and send us wherever we want to go.
Well, is that safe?
It's
I've
very
been
safe.
told my Adventuring 101 says always check the safety manual.
It's okay. It's just you don't just as long as you got correct change for the hippopotamus, you can hop on. I'll take you to where you want to go.
Oh,
Oh, God.
I've never ridden a hippopotamus.
Oh, you haven't.
No.
Where?
He's gonna wild shape. He's this big giant hippo still wearing the red long johns.
Yep.
I'm gonna start casting plane shift. He's got a lot of little stirrups all around him where you can hop on and let him take you on an adventure.
Steven Bookshelf will join on this adventure.
Yes. Your princess. Yeah, she's down. Bring it on.
All right, Rurik.
Rurik is confused at first, but he's gonna go.
What's a big city we can go to, guys? Just name one.
Yeah, which one has the pumpkin black market?
One of either Neverwinter or Waterdeep would be your guess.
I like the idea of Neverwinter. That means there's no
We
snow.
have to go to a different plane.
No, I don't think you have to go to a different plane for plane shift.
I can plane shift to a different plane, then plane shift us back here, and go. So first we have to
I
have
can do it too.
connecting flight.
You
So,
may be able to just go to a place on the same plane of existence as well.
Okay, that'll work.
Well, even if you can't, I'm so tired that you can.
Okay.
Neverwinter then.
I click my boots together 3 times. There's no place like Neverwinter.
There's no place like Neverwinter. There's no place like Neverwinter.
And
Do we just hear like hippopotamus noises?
You hear
and
Well,
yeah,
you got
And-
tongues going.
yeah.
No, I slept since then.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
You disappear, and you reappear outside the city of Neverwinter. Ooh.
Well, all right, folks. Maybe put the princess up first, and she's, I guess, our meal ticket to get inside.
Or I'll put like the big giant chair on my back because I do have a mounted turret on me thanks to a donation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
So, princess, you can hop up there if you want to.
Yes, she is ready. She is right. I am riding that hippo into town, waving the whole way.
All right, you do that. What about you, Steve, Bookshelf, and Rurik? How are you? What are you up to? You just walking.
Stephen Bookshelf will follow.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Actually, I just remembered. I don't know where Barry is.
Yeah, me either.
We lost. I think I forgot him at the mansion or something.
Yeah, when you plane shifted away.
Yeah. So I guess I'm just gonna walk.
Okay. Yeah, Barry the donkey is somewhere. He made it through the entire whole last campaign. And the first few sessions of this one to only just be left behind due to a plane shift. Poor Barry.
That's real life for you.
There's
Yeah.
real life. Sometimes you just leave your ass behind.
Sometimes you just leave your mount behind when you're attacked by a T-800 Terminator with a chainsaw. Which
Well, I
is
wasn't here for that.
that happened earlier.
Wandering in a Neverwinter.
Yep, that happened. That was something that happened earlier.
So I sally forth towards Neverwinter, looking fly,
All right.
as pump and circumstantial as a giant hippopotamus wearing red long johns and a hat and carrying candy and a princess on his
Because
back.
he had seen such a what he thought was pomp and circumstance before. Steve and Bookshelf are gonna go whoop, whoop. Please join us on the streets. Look at the
Woo!
He's making a ruckus again coming into town.
Yep. This is obviously reminiscent and familiar to you, Princess, and you, Rurik, as she's making echoing the noises of Tank.
Up tank.
Of Tank as they are walking through the town, whooping and calling out about safety and everybody coming to join them in the street.
Yes. Should we just ask where the black market is? Is that how it works?
Hey, you!
It worked pretty well. Technically, we learned nothing from Short Saddle because it worked.
It did work. It worked. Yes. Are there like guards at the gate or something as we come, or is it like an open?
The bridges, there's a bridge that has like a winged dragon looking thing that kind of leads over into the city, and no, there are no like real guards posted outside.
Huh. Okay.
Like there's like as you get over the bridge, there's like the main city is separated by these 3 bridges. So like from like the mainland, so you have to get over the bridge, and there's a gate on the other side that is open, and there are like guards on parapets on the other side.
Great. Yeah, the princess would like to speak with the guards when we arrive at the gate.
Okay, you guys do. You're just crossing the bridge. So.
Salutations, guards, knights of Neverwinter. We are here looking for the pumpkin black market.
They're all like, they give you like they were just having a conversation, like sort of casually, and then they're like, "What?"
I am Princess Penelope Periwinkle. These are my adventuring fellow friends, and we are here looking at the pumpkin black market.
Like the guys look at each other. They look sort of down at the remainder of the group, and they kind of look back up at each other, and then look back down at the princess, and say, "Can you tell us? Can you say one more time what it is you're looking for here?"
Am I not speaking English?
No, you're speaking common. But
Speaking princess. Pumpkin black market. Yes, we're here to sell our pumpkins and corn. We have corn too.
the guys kind of look down at you and say, "Princess, is it?"
Yes.
And they like kind of, he's like shaking his head as he's talking, and he's like, "You do know that black markets are supposed to be secret."
Oh, well, I can't keep a secret
That's
because I
unfortunate.
can't lie. So
Oh.
I was hoping my honesty would, woo you over.
And they said, "Well, it wooed you probably to a jail cell if you'll come with us, Your Highness."
Oh no, I'm a princess. You can't, you can't arrest me.
And then they say, "Ha ha ha! You're coming with us."
Are they looking in my eyes?
One
Where
of
are
them
they?
is.
Ooh.
One of them. All right, for one of them, I'm going. He has to be 17. Wisdom.
17 wisdom.
Are they above us or like in front of us?
They were above you, but they've since come down to get on your level.
Oh.
Because they got to bring in the princess. The princess. He fails.
Okay. Sir. We are just here to sell our wares. I'm here to oversee it because I don't know how to sell wares. But we are just all we need to do is enter. We will not bother you anymore.
And he kind of. What is this? This is the Eyes of Bliss.
The eyes of the ocean.
Oh, which do what now?
It basically puts a charm spell on him.
All right, he's charmed.
Yeah, he's charmed. So, can we pass through?
And he's kind of like, sure. And the other guy is just like, the other guard is just like, "Don't they can't? You're coming with us."
But he said I could.
Gonna step forward and cast banishment on him because that's the only other thing that he's learned from this is that you banish people who are in your way.
Oh, another great adventuring list.
Yep.
Oh, that's 10d10.
You people are weird.
What's the save DC?
18.
Alright, I don't think he has that much.
Wisdom.
So yeah, no, you're good. You banish him.
So do we just walk in now?
Are we good to go? I think so.
I trot. I canter.
Okay.
I
As
hit
one does.
myself inside.
Okay. What about Steve and Rurik?
I'm just following at this point.
Steven Bookshelf, go in.
Like, his quest is done, but he's still questioning it. He's just gonna follow just to do stuff.
Rurik, you said you knew where it was, yes?
I said I knew they could be here.
Oh. Well, where does one keep a black market?
Ooh. I might know.
Oh. Do you?
I want to cast locate animals or plants, and I want to look for a pumpkin
I like
Oh,
it.
shit.
I like
to
it.
see where they might be
Do
at.
it. Awesome.
So yeah, I will say that for all intents and purposes, this will work, right? It'll lead you in a direction. You'll find it. It's below a tavern. There's a basement in the tavern. In the basement of the tavern, there's a sub basement that connects to a series of like sewers that leads to I would call it an open air market, but it's like an open sewer market, right? Because it's all underground, so it doesn't smell great. But this is
It's
where
like
the pumpkin black market is.
I imagine like the Thieves Guild in Skyrim.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, I start sniffing to find the pumpkins.
But you eventually do find one singular pumpkin about yay big.
Ooh.
I do say, whose fine little orange pumpkin is this right here? It looks mighty valuable.
And somebody, like a burly dude, comes over and he goes, "It's my pumpkin." Hands on his hips.
How much do you sell them for?
He goes, "This day and age, pumpkin. That'll set you back 50 gold, easy."
What if I could be your supplier? Your pumpkin manufacturer. Pumpkin producer.
So I still need to procure the pumpkins.
Oh, I can procure them for you.
So you're gonna find the pumpkins and you're gonna then do what with them? Sell them?
Hopefully maybe someone could fence them. Maybe this guy could. we're trying to get into this market, the free market, unregulated,
Right.
against the big government.
Sure. He says, "What's the take?"
Group huddle, and I like turn around with everybody. Okay, guys. So I mean, okay? So what's it gonna be? Are we gonna like make the pumpkins and sell them ourselves? Gonna make them sell them to this guy? Maybe he's gonna be like our dealer, you know? Just come back once a week and pick up the gold, you know?
Oh,
How do we do about this?
I was just thinking we breed pumpkins and leave them, you know, for all to have,
Oh, true. Yeah.
like charity pumpkins.
True, but here's the thing though. This guy here, this big boy, he's making money off of the pumpkin scarcity.
Right.
So he's probably not gonna like the fact that we're coming in his territory and giving out free pumpkins. He's not gonna like that, so we might have to deal with him.
Well, he's not the first man I've upset
I can
today.
easily take care of him.
Yes.
Rurik says.
Yes, they make things explode and disappear.
Oh, are you the ones who make? Are you gonna make everything explode and disappear?
Things just explode around us.
Yes,
I don't know if we're doing it.
on purpose or not, but it's happening.
The cantaloupe in the room explodes.
I say we make as many pumpkins as possible, and we give everybody a pumpkin. Everybody gets a pumpkin.
Like everybody everywhere
Baking
gets a pumpkin.
It is.
Everybody everywhere gets a pumpkin.
I'm just playing shift around with Heroes Feast like a hippo pumpkin Santa Claus, and just
Yeah, I have a mission to give all people a pumpkin.
maybe a pumpkin in every pot, and a car in every lot.
Yes. I want all to have a pumpkin. It's the only way we can create balance in the gourd cabbage fiasco.
Sounds like communism to me.
Everybody gets a pumpkin.
I create food,
Oh.
which is 45 pounds worth of pumpkins. Should I
It's like
say.
one pumpkin.
Start handing them out to people as per instructed.
Yes. Everybody, you get a pumpkin, and you get a pumpkin. We all get a
Also a
pumpkin.
pumpkin.
So she can have her Oprah moment.
It's just like throwing pumpkins.
There's only like 4 of us here anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess I'll conjure up a Heroes Feast.
Do it.
Great
All right.
feasting putting this food and drink.
So you guys have you can complete the Heroes Feast in an hour and gain those benefits. I'm just gonna stand
So
up
we get
here
like
real quick.
2d10 extra hit points.
And you do get 2d10 extra regular hit points.
A great. Oh yes.
So it increases, you get that many extra and your maximum increases by that amount so that you can technically heal up for that as long as you're under the benefits of it.
Now,
Okay.
I'm just stretching because I hit the wall just hard all
Eat.
of a sudden.
eat those pumpkins.
Yes. Can we create this like for everybody, or are we still in this?
You're still
Good.
in the black market where you just created 45 pounds worth of pumpkins.
Well, we have a hiding spot for them now.
And the guy is like, what the fuck?
You think you're the only pumpkin mancer down here, good sir? But no, we're here to sell our wares. If you want to fight us, better bring it.
Yes.
Free market.
It is.
This guy he does seem genuinely upset, but the gargoyles give him pause. So there's 2 of them, and they're massive stone creatures, and there still is basically 5 of you and 1 of him.
Yeah, boy, what?
But he doesn't. He just hangs his head in shame.
Oh. He hangs his head in shame. So sad.
Mm-hmm.
Have we? Well, what? How do we get the pumpkins to the people?
I know.
I'm gonna cast. Conjure animals.
Sure. Okay.
All right.
If only we had all those squirrels.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
We need something bigger than a squirrel. Something about similar to a squirrel, but bigger. I'm gonna conjure a bunch of beavers. Pumpkins, toad, and beavers. I mean, their tails are flat. We can tie the pumpkins to those tails,
Yep.
and people can be visited by pumpkin beavers.
Did we create a new holiday?
I guess Pumpkin Beaver Day.
Jesus.
And I summon my beaver army and send them forth.
Beavers, take yonder pumpkins to the people above. Distribute
You're
the
summoned.
joy of the gourd. We are the gourds of Waterdeep. No, Neverwinter.
Oh man, I wish it was Waterdeep because that would be too perfect.
It'd be great.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
too many puns. Pumpkins.
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 Oh man.
And I send the beavers, whatever sounds beavers make. I don't.
Yeah.
They live around me, but they sound like trees breaking. And so I want this town to be just infested with like it's like Easter, but instead of a rabbit and eggs, it's like a beaver and pumpkins.
It's a weird holiday you've made.
It is. It is.
What's the name of this holiday?
Oh, Pumpsgiving.
Pumpsgiving it is.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta hand off a baby here.
With the
Cute.
Oh, sorry guys. I'm trying. I'm like.
so we got you.
Yep. We'll keep making shenanigans
We'll
happen.
make shenanigans. Boy.
That's
We can-
okay.
We can make
I'm
hours
trying.
worth of shenanigans.
I know. I'm like. I was doing so good, and like in the last 2 hours, I've just gotten like blasted by this wall. Like I honestly remember maybe 10% of all that was just said over the past 15 minutes.
It's okay.
Like I was just talking. Don't know what I was saying.
We got this. We got this, guys. Okay, team.
Okay.
Pumpkin slivered.
So
You
pump.
allowed coffee?
What?
Are you allowed coffee?
Yes, I
Just
am
send
allowed
beavers
coffee.
out.
I'll make you a cup.
Thank
Carrying
you.
pumpkins.
You're a beautiful wife. I love you. This is why I married you. You can give me that baby. There is a. My cup is up by where all my stuff is on the counter there. You know where I'm talking about. I hope. I
Yes.
hope you know where I'm talking about. All of a sudden, I don't know what's going on right over here.
Okay, man, I know what you're saying, boss.
All right, I'm starting to pick up accents as we go.
Okay, that happens here. You turn. Did
You
get
talking
bit
this
by
way
a
now? I'm
lycanthrope
talking this
autonomous?
way.
You
All right.
got bit.
I got bit by a beaver pumpkin, a peaver, if you will,
A beaver.
a peaver, which is an awful name for an animal.
Beaver.
A peaver,
A beaver.
Pumpkin beaver. Pumpkin.
or
A beefkin.
a beefkin.
I like
See-
beefkin.
It's like Skyrim. You are Beaverkin.
Beaver
Beaver King, Beaver King.
Who's
No, 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 no. You can tell that it's late, folks. You can tell.
Oh my god.
So,
Okay, so
yes,
Does our pumpkin black market attract any unwanted attention?
it will, but not at first, right? Because it takes time to really set hold. This is the first Pumpsgiving.
True.
So it takes this will take some time. However, it's funny you should mention that. A shady contact in black robes with white pinstripes will sidle over to you, Rurik, and says, "I heard what you did. You didn't you brought down the Cabbage Corporation. Gordon be praised." And he says, "I'm so glad that you've come to see our side of the orange and black light that is the magic of Gordon and the Pumpkin King. I'm glad that you have taken out our largest rival. You, sir, shall be the new Pumpkin King."
Oh no, his worst nightmare.
And he says, "But there is talk of someone who wishes to rise above All Hallows Eve, all pumpkins, and I mean cabbages suck, so whatever, I don't care about them. But they are tempting with fates and powers of which they do not understand."
Who is this person?
And he says, "We thought all was well, but the storm giants, they are messing with things all too powerful. They have been causing strange experimentations, hybrids and abominations that should not walk the realms at all. But they know not what they deal with, and I have heard rumors that the next test of experiments shall begin this very evening.
Where are they doing these tests?
And he says, let's see, storm giants. Oh, crap. This is the part where, like, my brain disconnects with what I actually know about the realms. Anybody in here really familiar with where storm giant strongholds are? Trying to remember. Where's a good one? I think of frost giants easy enough.
Yeah, they're up.
And the spider's
Where's
world, yeah. Hey, buddy.
They live in the ocean, don't they? Can they be out?
They can.
Yeah. Their rocks are like have coral on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if that would be like storm giants, king, thunder, whatever his name is.
Yeah, King Hecaton lives underwater. In the underwater battle. I tell you what. Either way, it's still storm giants, and they're gonna say, there is one. Because why not? They have taken over a cloud giant. Have taken over a cloud giant castle, as no one will expect storm giants in the sky. And he says, you, great pumpkin king, must destroy this, or all we have fought for shall be naught.
I turn to the princess, and I'm like, Princess, we have an
Yes?
adventure ahead.
An adventure to where?
To the skies.
To the sky? I've never been there before. What's in the sky?
There's a castle with storm giants in it.
A castle. Well, I just left my castle. This one has giants.
Yes, you
Hand you
can.
back the baby. Thank you. And he
I've
says
never
there's...
seen a giant.
And he goes, and he gets, like, real up close to you, like, right in both of your faces as you're talking. He's like, they say there's a stairway.
Oh. Oh, where? She gets closer.
To the heavens. And, like, a very soft interlude plays of what could only be described as the best song in the world, but then it's gone almost as quickly as it comes.
Whoa.
Do you know where we could find this staircase?
He goes, yes. Let me look at the map of Faerun real quick, and I will tell you where it is. And he goes, ah, yes. It is supposedly leading from the caldera of Mount Houghton now. After it was destroyed, no one goes there because it's an active volcano.
Ooh.
Something else I've never seen. Well, if
I
we
just
could
got like a
take-
burst of energy. I don't know what happened. So
Yes.
We have to go to Mount Hootenanny.
Mount,
Yes.
yeah, Mount Hootenanny or whatever.
I'll grab the princess's hand, like really forcibly, and turn to the others. I'll say, friends, come here, come here.
Oh.
Yes.
I've.
Okay, and when they're there,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, friends, hold hands, and I'll grab Shippy's hand.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He has like his little hippo foot out to you.
So we're all holding hands.
Yes.
And
Okay, now I'm gonna use plane shift.
You plane shift, and he says, "Beware!" And all you hear is "Erd"
But where the what? Oh.
as he leaves. That's all you were able to hear.
I can't imagine that was too important.
No, I imagine if it was really important, he would have just told us up front.
That's right. That's how normal conversation works.
He says,
It's Rurik. He never explains first.
"Yeah."
Cool.
So
we're shifting again.
you plane shift and you land basically at the rim. Basically, if you can picture Mount Doom, right? From the Lord of the Rings, you're at like the top of the volcano. And like the heat is roiling off. Let me see if I have. I don't think I have volcano music, unfortunately.
I've got 2 decanters of endless water for my uncommon wondrous items.
There you go.
I'm gonna equip them both on my shoulders like Blastoise, you know? and just where I can to cool off everything around us.
That would be awesome. And Princess Penelope reaches in her handbag and pulls out what can be described as like a phoenix feather boa that she received from one of her loyal subjects who donated. And it basically acts as a, what does it do? Let me double check. I want to make sure I get it right. Phoenix feather boa it's like a fire resistance potion basically while she wears it.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, I just keep water spewing everywhere,
All right.
everywhere I turn.
So, you guys continue. You see on the far side, seemingly, you can see the other side of the volcano, and then as the mist and the smoke rises up from inside, I need you all to make me a perception check, please.
Yes.
Sorry if you hear the banging. That's my son in a bouncer, just bouncing on the floor. All right, so Steve and Grandpippy, you don't see through the smoke. Rurik, you think you saw something for half a second, but it was gone as quickly as it appeared. And Princess, you can see that in the middle of the volcano, heading kind of disguised by the riling smoke from the top, you can see what looks to be a transparent staircase going upward.
Oh, there, yonder it be. See, the stairs to heaven. I see it with my princess eyes.
What do your princess eyes see?
You charm it?
I've charmed it into existence. Yes, here, follow me. And she walks gingerly along the edge, I guess, toward the staircase.
Well, it is suspended in the middle of the center of the volcano.
Oh.
I got it.
Well, then I don't walk to it.
Everyone hold on. Grab into a stirrup.
What?
I have a plan.
Okay.
I
The
wanna
princess holds tight.
I want to use my decanters of endless water as like little jetpacks. Come on full blast.
Wow.
At this point in the stream, that is totally a thing you can do. And you just see him transform. He's in his hippo form. You all holster up, and then like
Steve and Bookshelf are just
gonna fly.
over there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take the princess then.
rather than dealing with the 800 pounds or 1,800 pounds of
Yeah,
stone.
100 would be on there.
So
Wow.
Penelope and Rurik stir up, and Grandpippy basically like in what it can only be described as like the first time you see Tony Stark fly as Iron Man, but with water jets and a hippo with people strapped onto him. He just like,
Yep.
and he like lifts off, and he's even doing the things like with his hands. There's no stabilizers, right? But he's like trying.
No.
And then he eventually, after a harrowing couple moments where there's like a little bit of dipping, what, and then he touches down on the
Princess
staircase.
uses her fan to like direct it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Like a propeller or
Of course, she'd have a fan in her endless bag of things.
Yes, and Rurik, you
Sure
can
of it.
aid with gust of wind that doesn't actually cause you to cast a spell.
Ooh, I can
Right,
cast that
okay.
too.
Yeah, because why not?
Cause the hell not. Yeah. Okay.
So you
Why are
guys
taking
touch
the
down.
stairs anyway?
Thinking I'll just fly and just get there like this.
You guys all touch down on the. It is unsettling, right? Because you're suspended above a volcano on transparent stairs. So like you can kind of only get a little bit of a makeout of where the stairs are as like the blackened smoke comes up. You can kind of see the outline of the staircase.
I want to spray water up on the stairs so we can see where it lands.
Oh,
as
now
well.
it's.
Make them
I feel like the
slippery.
safety handbook tells us not to spray water on the stairs.
A hippo never loses his footing.
Yes, there is a degree of water now on all of the steps.
Brilliant. Can we see them any better?
I'll say a little bit. Sure.
Steve and Bookshelf are going to remain flying, but Steve is also going to keep an eye out for his hated enemy.
Because I did get a donation for like some solid like Air Jordans that the hippo wears. So
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
I imagine he probably has some good footing going up these stairs.
Oh, yeah.
The yeah. The princess has no plan. She begins to mount the stairs as carefully.
Okay.
Same for Rurik.
You guys are able to, with there's a couple of harrowing experiences where you think you're gonna slip, but you manage to relatively, with minimal error, with a little bit though, manage to make your way up, out, past like basically above the volcano. So you're no longer in the smoke stack. You are now basically in open air, in open blue sky. And you can see about 200 feet up. Basically, the staircase lead and are essentially attached to a floating castle in the clouds. It's a beautiful sight.
Oh! Princess takes it in.
All right.
This is a monarchy I want to take down.
Oh!
Giants bird people. Why do they live up here?
I don't know. These are questions we can ask them when we knock on the front door.
I don't know if we should
Rurik
knock on
seems
the
to have a
door.
purpose now.
This is not how you assassinate people.
What is the trajectory to get to the castle? Pretty easy one.
Yeah, it's not like steep. It's like a 35. Right?
Okay.
But it's still, relatively steep.
Well, the princess starts marching towards the front door because a princess, yeah.
Princess marches, yeah.
She's gonna go in the
So
front
does
door.
Rurik.
I stand behind her.
Okay.
I get to the front door. Is it a big
Yeah,
door?
it's the size. It is like 15 feet tall.
Oh, it looks much smaller farther away.
It's funny how the distance plays tricks on you.
Should I just knock?
Knocking is
Yes,
customary.
go for it.
Cause, dunk, dunk, dunk. She knocks on the front door. Excuse me, the princess is here.
There is no response.
Shippy's
I'm
gonna
gonna
walk
use
up.
thaumaturgy to make more noise.
Okay.
I'm gonna beat him head on the wall.
Knock louder. Is that the answer? We're gonna knock louder.
Again, I will reminder that this is potentially not the most friendly of missions, potentially, right? As you are sneaking up here to see what dealing with forces of which you don't understand, but that's fine.
Yeah, but Rurik is knocking just to get the front door open. He's not knocking out of politeness.
I see. Yeah.
Oh.
He wants to grab attention. He wants them to know he's here.
Well, as you knock, and Grandpippy Shippy bashes his head up against it, your combination is and the vibrations from the thaumaturgy are enough to like get it open a crack, but this is a giant-sized door, so a crack is enough for you guys to get in.
Oh, I see.
I squeeze through with my hippo girth.
Yeah, basically, you squeezing through sort of opens the door a little bit wider, so it's easy for everybody else to make their way through.
It doesn't look like anybody's home. Maybe we should,
Establish dominance.
by moving stealthily. That's something in my adventure I've not tried yet.
I'm good at that.
Rurik seems confused at the idea at first. He's like, and then he nods, like, yeah.
Some reasonable assessment. Okay, and everybody make me stealth checks if you're trying to be stealthy.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I think
There's glass slippers on that hardwood.
Click clack, click clack, click clack, click clack. Across the stone floor of the cloud castle, the glass slippers. It's just like when you're like at work or something, and there's like you hear the woman in high heels like down the hallway, and it's to the point where like it's distinct enough where like if it's which like coworker it could be coming by the sound of the heels that she has on. It just echoes through this large, and because of the large size of this, it just echoes throughout the cavern or the castle here.
Yeah, my armor is
Clanking away.
Oh, man.
But the hippo is the stealthiest one.
That's right, guys.
What do we see in this room we walked into? This front room.
This is just an entrance hall, right? So it's fairly open. There is like ornate carpets on the floor. There is like basically a large grandfather clock to the side. and there is a door straight ahead, and a yeah, we'll just say there's a door straight ahead.
Well, from all the fairy tale books I've read, there's a few ways to kill a giant. And the easiest one is tripping him. Trip him.
Yeah. Well,
So he falls down.
He might not see me. I'm real stealthy. I can probably step in front of him. And you could call me a trippopotamus.
You have inspiration for that awful pun.
Thank you.
Trippopotamus.
I guess we should tally forth.
But sneaky about it. And I, like, hippo stealth my way, like that's like a little inchworm.
I'll do my best to be stealthy, but I failed that.
Can I pick up the princess and carry her as we fly?
Oh,
So
sure.
she doesn't have to walk.
We can say.
Portable hole with all the popcorn.
Oh.
All right.
And while I have her, I'm gonna cast Death Ward on her, just in case.
Okay.
Just in
Oh.
case. Ooh, that stopped her ring from triggering.
It would stop her ring from triggering.
Ooh.
Holy cow.
Well, at least the adventure isn't gonna end with the princess exploding.
Well, Celeste almost rolled the ring where you couldn't go below 1 hit point, but whenever you enter 10% of your hit points, you go into a comatose state.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
So you go into you can never be knocked below 1 hit point, but when you hit 10% of your max, you just stay in a comatose state till you're healed.
Wow.
So it's useful, right? Especially if you're in like a Tomb of Annihilation game where dying is bad,
Right.
but you're a vegetable potentially for a while.
That's the theme of this game.
Ha ha! You.
Vegetables.
All right, so you guys continue forward relatively stealthily. I'll let you. It's fine. It's a big castle. Princess is being carried. You basically make your way through the entrance hall, which is relatively short. I mean, it's long for you guys, but relatively short if you're looking at the scale of a giant. Into like a drawing room where there are a couple of like giant-sized end tables and things like that. Seemingly.
But still no giants?
No giants yet. There are some dressers and things in these rooms as well. A couple of bags on the floor.
I like to loot through all their dressers and see what I can find. I can probably wear some of these clothes they got. I'm a huge-sized creature.
So you find, let's see. Do they have, don't have this in front of me. Okay, so roll me a d30, please.
Okay, I'm digging through your stuff. 17.
You find a ring with a sideways 8 on the inside. And the outside, it has a picture of a cloud.
I put it on my hippo toe.
You have this ring on your hippo toe.
Nice.
Roll me another d30. Let's see.
Do I
what else
look
we can
beautiful?
find.
Okay, 4.
That's not this one. Let's see what else we can find.
Can I spend the time while he's searching around to see if I can find any undead creatures within a mile?
Okay, you can do that. You don't sense any undead creatures within a mile.
Okay.
You find a Grandpippy. You find what looks like a seemingly a heavy, like, weighted projectile that seemingly can be thrown. It is in the shape of a bird.
Okay.
With a dire expression on its face, its feathers are red.
Ooh, but it looks like it's something that's like you chuck it.
Yeah, it looks like some sort of projectile thrown weapon.
Okay. I put it in the turret on my back.
Thunk. Load it in.
Just in case someone needs to, like, launch it at somebody.
Done. Also, roll me a percentile as well.
Ooh.
You're doing a lot of looting in this time period, and
Hey,
you're in the last
hippos-
session, so it's
hippos
time
can
to get all the rolls out of the way, right?
53.
All right. Um. Hmm. Sure, I'll be in pain. Okay. You find a disturbingly large tadpole-like creature preserved within an orb of solid amber about the size of an ostrich egg.
Okay. Okay. He will then, after finding this, whatever it is, cast, speak with animals?
It's encased in amber though, so it's like a fossil.
Oh.
Just so you're aware, so you don't have to cast it.
That's true. Okay. I start like smacking the amber on the ground to see if I can break it.
Come on, little fella.
It takes a little while. You crack eventually through it, and then there is a seemingly old, preserved, but clearly long since dead tadpole creature.
No. Hey, you! Bring it back to life, for person. And I run over to like the cleric gargoyles.
Oh.
Someone bring this back to life. It could be a friend.
Okay. I cast raise dead.
I unfortunately has been dead a lot longer than whatever it is,
Damn it.
5 days, 10 days.
10 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Don't
I
think it
cannot
works.
cast Resurrection.
You can't or you cannot.
Can't.
Why? Just curiosity.
Because I already used my slot to plane shift.
Okay, I wasn't sure if plane shift was a
Okay.
7th level or a 6th level.
It's 7th.
Oh shit. Alright,
Okay.
well then that's that.
I'll put him in my pocket.
Alright. It's just like squishy and you into your
Put him
pocket.
with the candy and all the buttons that I have.
Oh.
Oh wait, but I can. Let me check. I can use Speak with Dead. Does that count?
Ooh. I chuck him back on the ground.
I mean, I guess, yeah, Speak with Dead should work.
Is there information we're attempting to get out of the tadpole?
I just want to talk to him and see why he's here.
So, just to remind you, only the cleric would be able to speak to him. Just so you're aware. He wouldn't actually
Well,
be
the
one.
other cleric gives me tongues.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the target of Speak with Dead is only able to speak to the the caster,
Yep.
so Grandpippy wouldn't be able to ever speak to it directly.
Look, I just want to know what he's. I just want to know about him.
I'll do it. Cast Speak with Dead on the tadpole.
Sorry.
That side quest.
You cast Speak with Dead, and it sort of ghostly reanimates, and it looks at you, and it goes.
I look at Steve and I'm like, could you do the thing? Because I don't have tongues prepared.
Correct. It does not. It only understands the languages it spoke in life, which is none.
Sure, I will touch Rurik and cast tongues on him.
Okay. It's still just making that noise. It's just not actually saying anything at the moment.
Oh crap.
You haven't asked it a question.
Okay, I look at it and I say, do you know anything about this place, tadpole?
And it says, not a pond.
Does anyone have any water?
I do, and I have my big 2 decanters of endless water. Just give him all
Is
the
there
water
a
he
bowl
needs.
somewhere we can put it in?
Remember, it is still dead. You're
It's
just
just gonna
you just
Yeah,
talk
but
to
it
us.
Drop the
in the
dead
pond.
tadpole.
go belly up.
Can still keep it in the pond for when we resurrect it eventually.
Okay.
Ask him about the giant.
Can you tell us about the giants here?
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy is useless.
No. He's
Just
still
chuck
a...
him.
He says,
Oh, don't chuck the dead
it
Ted.
says, that's relative. As you say that, he's useless.
I eat him. I'm done. Okay. Oh.
And you hear it go, ah! As he eats this ancient 1,000-year-old preserved tadpole.
Like tadpole jerky.
Yep.
Yep. Actually, no, it's not like tadpole jerky because it's not dried out.
Oh, that's right.
It's preserved. I mean, it's crunchy. Like, it's not like dried out jerky. It's like a crunchy tadpole because it doesn't retain the water, right? Because you just split the amber open, so it's just flesh has dry. It's not like dehydrated. It's just like dried out. Like if you leave like a worm or a fish or something like out in the sun and it just dries out and like bakes, so it's like crunchy and flaky.
Well, I like that. That's pretty good. Yeah. That's good.
All right.
Yeah,
What else can I eat from these people?
Get away. Yeah.
Rick's
Yeah.
gonna just stroll to the next door. Like,
Yeah. Can we stroll up back to the main hallway and see what's next to...
Well, there is
Giant roll?
there's a couple doors out of here, out of this
Oh.
drawing room. There's only the one main door out of the main entrance hall, which was the entrance hall to the drawing room, and then out of here in the drawing room there are 2 doors.
Do we hear anything from either side of the doors?
From those doors, no, you do not.
is my Gordic sense tingling?
No.
Damn. I tried.
Actually,
Can
I
we
lied.
just-
It's like if you know how like if people in like a typical horror movie when people look at a compass and it just spins. That's how your Gordic sense feels.
Can we peek behind both doors, just like around both doors, to see what's on the other side?
Sure. One seems to be a hallway with other rooms. The other one seems to be a kitchen.
You cut out.
Wait.
Oh,
Yeah, what was
sorry.
that last
The other one's a kitchen.
Oh. Okay. But there's nobody in either of them.
No, well, the other room is a hallway with doors off of it.
I go to the kitchen.
Can we learn something from the kitchen? Yes. Maybe they have gourds and such in the kitchen.
There are no gourds as you look
No
through the
gourds
kitchen.
in the kitchen.
You search through the kitchen. You find it seemingly hasn't been prepared in a while. There are like dishes in the sink, but most of it was out being prepared. You see crumbled up bread, right, in a bowl. That's kind of gone green and funky. It's been out for a while. You see like rotten, heavy, like tuber-eyed potatoes in a sack. Rotten cranberries in a bowl. That's about it.
These giants have been here for a while, it seems.
And then there's like you see there's like in the sink there's like plates, giant sized plates, and you know utensils, flagons and things. But you know how long they've been there. It seems like the way things are set up on the counter, as if a meal was attempting to be prepared in the future, that seemingly never was.
Oh. They never got to eat their food.
Maybe something happened to these storm giants.
And interrupted them. Well, then maybe we should try the other door that goes down the hallway.
Try the other
I'm
door.
going. I want to cast. Locate creature.
Okay. What are you trying
Just
to locate?
storm giant.
You don't get any indication.
I swear there's no storm giants nearby, people. Apparently this is a ghost town.
You mean there's nobody in the castle at all?
I don't know. No. I'm saying nothing about it. I'm just saying I don't detect any storm giants within 1,000 feet of me.
Oh.
I got like a storm giant radar going on.
Well, then we should be free to explore, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's
Go
check
down
everything
that
out.
other hallway.
Yes,
go
down
down.
the hallway.
All right. So you go down that hallway to the first door, right?
Mhm.
And you open that door, and it's a bedroom. As you inspect the bedroom, you see there's an armoire and like there's clothes on the floor, and things like that. Like this was a seemingly lived-in room, and as you look around, I basically climb up on the bed to see like what else is around, like other shelves. You see a cloud giant in this bed with its throat slit.
Oh.
Oh, goodness. Me.
The blood is long since dried.
That
he okay?
can't be good. No, I think he's dead. Yes,
Maybe we should speak with this dead.
Yeah.
I was about to say, that is one way to kill a giant. Can you speak
The
with
eyes
this
are
dead?
shut and the neck is slit.
Yeah, I can use it again.
Okay. You cast the spell. What would you like to ask?
It said, hello, giant.
Well, it's 5 questions, so.
I get first question. Who killed you?
And it says, I don't know.
What experiments were you doing?
What experiments were you doing in this castle?
It says, I mean, I wasn't really doing any experiments. Like, I mean, I've looked at guys before. That's it.
Oh, okay.
The princess says, ask him, does he have any enemies? Why would somebody want to kill him?
Would your castle have any enemies that would attack you in such a manner?
I mean, the giants were all fighting for a while.
Is he the only one? Giant.
As far as you know. Unless you're asking.
This was a storm giant, right? Not
This
not
is
a
a cloud.
giant?
This is a cloud giant.
Cloud giant.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then it probably was killed by a storm giant, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I got 2 more questions.
No.
I would s-
Yeah, 2 more. Yeah.
Yeah. Does he have any cloud giant family that was also killed? Does he have?
Sounds like a sensitive topic.
I'm trying to figure out if there would be more of them.
Does he know how long ago he was killed?
Yes, that's a good question.
Yeah, could you tell us how long ago you've been killed?
Man, that is a really hard question for something that was killed in their sleep. I'd say maybe a year. It's hard to say. I could technically be cryptic, so I could just say a while. But it was a guess, so.
What's the last thing he remembers?
Well, he doesn't remember being killed, so probably
So
going
probably
to
going
bed.
to bed?
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah.
Did that meal look about a year old or no?
No, it looked more frequent. Or more, or sooner, rather. The amount of decay and mold.
They just left a dead body in a room for all this time? Is it smelly?
It's actually surprisingly not. The air pressure up here seems to keep things relatively cool, almost preserved.
Interesting.
Maybe we could ask him. I just don't know how to formulate it. Like, where we could look for the experiments, or where we could look for something.
Well,
Get a
he-
direction.
I was about to say, if he doesn't know about experiments,
Yeah.
probably shouldn't word it as experiments, but,
Are there any, like, secret rooms? Or
Yes.
in the castle, and where are they? But those
Okay,
are two questions.
does he have a map? We'd like a directory.
Yeah. Do you know where we could find some secret rooms in this castle?
He says, "Yep."
Oh,
I was
fuck.
gonna say, like, he just said he-
That's it! That's all we get.
Dang it.
Yay, they're secrets, guys.
Well, we know
And
there's
you
secret
know,
rooms. We
Jal,
should go
that the
find them.
spell
More secret rooms.
"Speak with Dead" will fail if it's been cast on the target
Yeah.
within 10 days.
Well, let's go look for secret rooms.
Yep.
Yes, but Jared
I'm
Fourth.
gonna say that you guys systematically move through and look for stuff.
Yeah,
Wait, why are we
we
here again?
investigate.
For finding gourds?
We're
There's-
fighting giants now who are somehow involved in the vegetable civil war. Or they may not be involved, but they're they're ringmasters of some kind.
Doing something untoward?
Yes.
Guess we didn't investigate to try and find secret stuff unless we walk into enemies.
Yeah, I mean,
Alright, so I will tell you guys, as you travel through some of these rooms, you find very similar situations of other giants dead, sleeping in their beds.
ah,
There is a significant amount of them as you make your way down this hallway. At the end of the hallway, there is a large painting of cloud giants on the wall, looking super cool.
oh, well, very, very fashionable cloud giants.
Is it a secret doorway?
I don't know. Is
I
it?
don't. Can we investigate it?
You sure can.
The princess is gonna try. Oh,
As you're like looking at it, there, princess, you're like trying to not touch things because you know you don't touch paintings, but
Right.
Your glass slipper catches, and you hit into the painting, and it actually like swings inward.
oh,
The
look
frame
what
is
I
still
found.
the frame is still there, but the painting swings inward.
Oh, well, looky at what I found. I tripped, and I found a hallway or a hidey hole.
I like shovel myself up into there, like squeeze to try and plop on the other side and look around to what might be on this end.
Okay, it's a staircase
gonna
that goes
follow.
down.
It's just down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I were going to create a secret place, it would be down, under the ground.
Which is weird because you're in the
Right in the
clouds, right?
sky.
Right. Wait. Oh, right. Oh, well, that seems like an adventure. Underground in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
She keeps walking. Is there any light in the tunnel?
Could
Yeah.
even say under cloud.
There is a little bit of faint light in these hallways from like high up torches because they're like giant heights, so they're high up, so they mostly cast
Right.
to the ceiling. So you have like a little bit of residual light as you're walking down the stairs that spiral down.
Oh. Okay.
I lead the way. So
Okay.
I can probably take the biggest hit,
Yeah.
Sure.
and I can test for any loose flooring, because if it's gonna break under anybody, it'll break under me.
Fair.
Yeah. Princess follows.
You make your way down to the base of the stairs, and it opens up into a large room where there is basically a table in the middle with some chairs that have been tipped over. There are like parchments rolled out with like weights on them to hold out these large parchments, and like a chalkboard essentially with scrabbled notes in giant, and they are all mixed and matched, and it's hard to decipher what was said. But sitting at the table is a dead storm giant.
Dead.
Yes.
Ooh, how did it die?
Would you like to inspect?
Yeah.
There is as you guys move around to kind of get a good look at it, there's a massive, like, set of 3 lacerations across the chest. Deep gouges. And the eyes have been seemingly savagely removed.
Oh.
This is more recent than the death of the cloud giant, but not like too recent.
Does anybody read giant? Can anybody read what's on the paper?
I can't read anything, so you guys have fun with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know what giant. If
Is tone still going? Does that work with reading as well?
No, only with speaking.
Oh. Damn.
is there anything we can decipher from it? Is it all like written like language, or they're like drawing?
It's like a little bit of written language in giant glyphs, as well as like occasional symbols, runes of some kind.
Huh.
Seemingly some sort of intricate design for something.
I want to investigate this lacerated up storm giant to see if I can figure out what exactly might have caused these lacerations.
Okay.
To
Making a
end his
medicine
life.
check, please.
Hey, buddy.
Let's see.
26.
It was definitely some clearly the eyeballs removed were some sort of probably pointed piercing device of some kind. Just the way they the kind of entry wound.
Oh wait, actually, sorry. I speak giant, so I should be.
Oh.
Hey,
There we go.
Way to come in slow on the uptake
I
there,
know,
Mr.
wow.
Rurik here. So you see that the wounds seem to be piercing type puncture wounds in the eyeballs, and the chest seems to be just the angle and the way things are done seems to be a slashing of some type of claw or three-bladed weapon. You never really heard of a three-bladed weapon like that, but that's consistent with any kind of three clawed creature, basically across, the chest. But they're fairly wide across, so like whatever this is has a fairly large claw.
Stinks of birds.
The princess is interested in looking maybe for a trail. Often, like, when a wound is made, like blood drips, or if it was something with a paw, maybe there's a print.
There is like smeared bloodstains that kind of lead from where the giant is seated to the door at the opposite side of the room, and Rurik, you're able to decipher that it is transmutation magic, some sort of transmutation ritual, is what this giant glyphs are all about.
So
Okay.
transmute something.
Well, I don't know much about transmutation, but the blood goes that way. Follow the blood. Let's follow adventure.
Follow the blood.
Okay, so you guys follow the blood into the next room, and then here on the floor, in full armor, with shields and swords, are two just eviscerated storm giants. Blood splatters everywhere. A lot of similar wounds.
So I'm a confident woman, but I have to be honest. All these dead giants make me a smidge nervous.
Yes.
What? There's a lot of them, and it takes something large and powerful to kill a giant. Two of them in armor, nonetheless.
And there are those cloud giants, too.
Right, yes, they're poor cloud giants. I'm getting nervous. What could possibly have done this?
Well, if we continue, we can find out.
I want to conjure animals again,
Okay.
and this time conjure like a whole bunch of little like birds,
Mm-hmm.
and have them just fly around the whole castle to like see if they can find, like look for something, look for some kind of maybe an enemy, a monster, a creature.
Little birdies, fly and find me something dangerous that might have caused them harm, and bring back the information to me. And I,
as I see them flying all over the castle.
The ones that kind of flew back up the way you came, looking around, they kind of don't come back with anything, and one of them does come back with some of the rotten bread. The moldy bread.
I slap it.
No.
Any bird that I can catch is being caught and its neck twisted immediately.
Whoa! Oh!
Remember, she's playing a gargoyle.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah.
The ones you send further ahead do not come back.
At all?
No.
Good.
Well, maybe we should move stealthily.
All right. Everyone get behind the hippo.
Move to the back of the hippo.
Yeah. I'm going to creep forward
All right.
and see what keep my nose out, do some sniffing.
Yeah, the princess will move as quietly as her heel.
All right. Let's see some stealth checks. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Ugh.
Oh, much better.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh, hey.
I think it's the same as I got last time.
You move with relative stealth into the next room. And you see this is... let's see, I don't think anybody else here saw this. This looks like some sort of... a lot of laboratories in this year. Some sort of experimentation room.
Does anyone know what all these doohickeys do? And I like
Nope.
them sniff like a little vial of potions.
Rurik, you kind of get the feeling that, like, thinking back to the notes you saw, this may have something to do with that transmutation ritual.
Okay. I'm gonna keep that to myself.
Okay.
Yes, I don't do science, so
There is another staircase out of here leading down again.
no.
I'm gonna do a investigate or perception. Just look around the room, see if there anything catches my eye.
Mm-hmm.
What would that be?
Perception. Oh,
Hey!
Oh,
Wow.
yes.
There are gouges and cuts in the floor. There's dried blood spatterings that you didn't really notice before because they're fairly dried. Dripping blood in various different size pools from from like the around where the stairs that lead down are. And they're sort of like dripping all over the place. Some of them are leading in significantly larger pools to the further out to the other giants. You know what I mean? Like it's sort of a like either these guys potentially ran up away, or something attacked them and then ran down.
Okay.
Which way? Because there's no clear prints. It's hard to tell which way went. Or, you know, which way things went.
Okay.
Do I notice anything about the machinery? Like it would help me with my scroll? I don't know. Like
Make me an Arcana check. This seems to be transmutation in some sort of variation of the enlarge reduce spell. Transmutation spell.
how nice.
Well, what do you know that you could share with?
This looks like they're using the an enlargement spell for some reason. Don't know what they could have done.
So they enlarged. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh.
The giant got enlarged.
Well, I mean, just from the trail of blood, maybe it's down these stairs.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Adventure forth.
Adventure! I'm very nervous. Adventure!
Yeah. The princess will start stealthily moving down the stairs.
Okay. You guys stealthily move your way down the stairs. And what opens into you come basically to a room where there's a caged like a barred door in front of you at the bottom of these stairs. And a room opens beyond you.
Ooh. I go to the bar door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look into the room.
You can, but
beyond
like
the cage.
as far as your dark vision will let you see, the room is dark.
Okay.
Well,
Anyone got any light we can throw in there?
Actually, yes. The princess says, "Well, yes, of course.
Yeah.
I'm a elf." Cast dancing lights to cross across the middle of the.
The dancing lights. What's the range on that? Sorry.
Good question.
Maybe I can get to you.
I think it's 60.
It might be 60.
120 feet.
Okay, that's how far out you can cast them, right?
Yeah, that's the range at which I can cast it.
Okay, so you kind of spread them out, and the room seems to continue even further past.
Oh. And so we've come up to like a doorway that has a cage.
Oh, it's not like a
over it?
cage. It's like rather than like a traditional solid door, it is like a barred door, right? So it's shaped like a door, but it's
Oh.
made of iron bars, like 3 or 4 bars up vertically and like 3 or 4 bars horizontally.
So we can just walk right through it.
Yeah, you can just
Pretty
open.
much.
Yeah, because it's so big, really, for you guys. You can just pretty much walk through the gaps in the bars, or try to push
don't
it
kn-
open. Either way.
I don't know much about prisons and dungeons and such as a princess, but usually if there are doors like this, you're trying to keep something in, right?
Is that at me? Because
Maybe.
I mean, I'm just saying. I suspect what find. Does the blood trail continue?
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of it. Like again, there's the dripping and like the pools occasionally.
Okay.
They have got a little bit like mucked up on the staircase as you guys have come down, just because. They, I mean, they
Yes.
are. I guess I should. Let me rephrase. They were pools, but they have since like dried, right? Like you can see there was pooling,
Right.
but it's been a while, right? So these
Okay.
are not really like wet pools that you can step and like slip in. They've since dried, so they're more or less stains on the ground.
Well, then, proceed with caution if we're going to move into this strange cage cell thing.
Okay, you guys are moving through now. How's this kind of set up? I guess.
I'll go first.
The princess is behind the hippo.
Okay, and I've
Rurik
got like
will stand at the back.
okay.
Steven bookshelf will be on either side of the princess.
Oh!
Okay. So you guys are walking through. Your lights are continuing out in front of you. And you hear a scratching noise in front of you.
Hmm.
About, I guess it would be, I don't know, maybe just a few, maybe 60 feet outside of the range of the dancing lights. You hear additional smaller scratching sounds as well.
I scratch back.
And you hear, because you're so focused in front of you, you do hear like scratching, little tiny scratching sounds, kind of on the far, far left and the far, far right, heading backwards. And as you guys are continuing forward, probably stopped at the sound of all the scratching, you hear a
What is that?
I don't
Fucking
know.
bird. It's a fucking bird.
This gargoyle's about to lose it. Can we identify the sound?
Princess, I guess you can make me a nature check. Having not
Not
heard a
you.
lot of sounds, having
I was
read a
about to
lot
say,
of sounds.
It'll be a miracle if she does. Okay, she did okay.
It could be a bird.
Yes.
Unfortunately, there's not like a sound clip library in that you can listen to for bird
Right.
calls. Yep, that's another one.
Steve pulls forth his shovel.
Okay.
Oh.
Grandpippy, you're a druid. You can make it.
Nature check.
Yes.
Ooh,
Hey, look at that.
hey.
The tone
Yeah.
is significantly deeper and more bassy.
Big word.
Sounds like
Does it want to teach me how to spell?
maybe you gotta meet it first, but it sounds like a turkey.
Okay, everybody. Pumpsgiving is always served with a nice centerpiece of turkey.
Turkey.
I think this could be the best Pumpsgiving ever if we can take down this bird, this slayer of giants, and serve it to all of the kids with candy and other what have yous. So, we have to make sure. Yes.
This is a giant slaying turkey.
Turkey's a bird, right?
You ever
Yep.
seen an angry turkey?
It's big enough to slay a giant. So it's like a super giant turkey.
It is
Kill it.
a dire turkey.
A giant turkey.
Well,
The turkey that ends all turkeys.
I am here now, and I refuse to be afraid of a turkey.
You should be.
Damn straight, princess.
I refuse to be afraid of a turkey. This will be the best Pumpsgiving this land has ever seen. We shall slay this turkey. Mr. Turkey, come out! We know you're there.
You hear... And, you see, basically, this only described as a gargantuan-sized foot come out from the shadows and touch down.
Oh my god.
As a long, as again continuing to emerge from the shadows, is a long beard, turkey beard, emerging, and you see the feathers, and you're like looking
A snoot.
up and up and up, and as it fully emerges from the shadows, is a turkey that is probably 25 to 30 feet tall. This turkey, while it does have some feathers along its like neck and gobbler, has rigid black protruding bony plates down it. You see like a bony chest plate, almost as if plate type armor. You see its eyes are like bulbous and large and glowing in like a bright bloodshot red color. You see that its beak has elongated to a point. And you see that the claws, the three-toed claws on the feet, are like razor sharp, almost like giant velociraptor claws, but 3 of them.
Oh my god.
Its feathers are black and red, rather than just your typical black and white turkey. And it looks at you with a keen intelligence as you hear the scuffling of other smaller sounds back behind you towards the door where you left. And it kind of goes like really loud, and you feel like the sonic vibrations coming from it. At which point, we're gonna have everybody roll for initiative.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna roll, and then I'm gonna have to bio before I can.
That's okay. We can
And
all
I crit anyways.
we can all do that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So we gotta.
Mm-hmm.
What do we get? Oh, crit mit. I was like, oh look, and then it was a 3. Steve. Where's Steve? Steve isn't in here because. I have to add
Yeah.
Steve. Are you?
Yes,
Oh, you are. I just didn't scroll down far enough. My bad.
Ooh.
So Rurik has a 2. We can take out Donnie. So Princess is a 3. Steve is a 16. Got it. And then we got to roll for the turkey monster.
Right, I go before the turkey.
It is a 15. Okay. So I don't know who's a higher dex between Grandpippy and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
My dex is +2.
I only have a 1.
Okay. So we'll go in that order. I will be back in just a sec. If anybody wants to go, this is most likely going to probably be, I'm going to assume, is the final fight.
Okay.
Just given the time and how long combat typically takes, and also dealing with legendary actions, will extend the length of combat. So if anybody
Legendary turkey actions.
wants... Yes. As this is all happening, Rurik, you get the feeling, as you think back to your Gordic herald who spoke to you, that the storm giants were messing with forces they knew not which, the scope of which. You recall the transmutations of the enlarge spell and the prepared, seemingly Thanksgiving dinner that was never made.
Uh-oh.
So
Did they put Gorgic in a turkey?
no, I mean, I'll tell you
Okay,
now
good.
because you'll figure it out. But basically, they were experimenting trying to make a giant turkey because they
Well,
were...
they succeeded.
Yes, but the process, rather than making just a giant docile turkey, something went wrong. And it became a giant killer turkey.
The scroll that I have, is it to enlarge things? Like, is it an actual scroll that I could use? Or...
No, because it's all bastardized. But it was basically
okay.
their initial like scrawlings of how we're gonna do it. So it's
Okay.
yeah, basically, it turned into this massive giant turkey. There's a whole other story which I'll like that's behind this that we never got to experience because of timing. But so I will say, if anybody has any last time they want to go grab something to drink, last minute bio, we're gonna probably be in this fight till the end. Now's the time to do it.
I'm ready for it.
Okay. BRB.
Yeah, I will
Let's get some water.
BRB as well, so I can grab some water.
Figure out what the hell a princess can do against a giant turkey.
And again, don't forget you did hear scratchings of smaller size things back towards the door you came in at.
Oh, right.
It's like you know, how birds like that on your finger. You can charm the bird.
You can
Yeah, she
certainly
doesn't
try.
Yeah, she doesn't do creatures, but she has other things. She does do the singing, which will boister at least you guys.
And depending whether I need to like engage the big turkey or go for these little turkey chicks that are probably behind us.
Right. Within the next minute, they may use extra on any attack.
I got my 357 Magnum that was donated to me.
Yeah, put that
just
together.
use that, yeah, just-
Shoot that bird. You shoot that bird.
But don't forget, there's that the thing in my turret.
Oh yeah,
So you like jump up there and
yeah. The princess may have to do that, though. I don't know if. Well, I feel like I have something that when I go into if I choose attack. Let's see, what does it say in the Grand Princess class garbage?
it says a lot of things in that sheet.
So many things.
So many things.
Fairy tale princess. That's the final word, princess.
I don't know what we'll do next year, since we're not going to continue this story.
Oh, is this one not continuing? Is that the point?
It's because we're too high levels.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
Because it would mean that next year we would reach like level 20.
Right, yeah, and then it just gets crazy.
But I'm just going to go kill all of the gods.
So I'm assuming
Right.
that dispel magic is probably not going to work on this thing, right?
This is not
Probably
created by
not.
magic. This is created by devil.
Do you guys need who's running? You guys are running out.
I've got plenty of spells.
I
you're
got a
running-
bunch.
Okay, I was about to say because I can recover spells if we get to that point. Just let me know.
I can machine gun this guy.
Maybe
down.
recover some third level spells, but like
Yeah, I
the
was
only
about
thing
to
I
say-
lost were 2 level 3 and my level 7.
Oh, okay, and I forget like we're so high level. You guys have so many.
Yeah, I have all
But
my
even then,
items
like
up.
level 7, it's like I have plane shift, resurrection, and regenerate, so they're pretty much all useless in combat.
I have firestorm.
I have sunbeam.
I also took the harm spell, so
Nice.
I got a lot of healings, so that'll be my job.
also
think we all
don't
gotta
let
get
me
to the-
forget if you get a critical hit, I can make it not critical. So
Oh, nice.
that's
Oh, that's right.
Nice.
that's one of my cleric things. So
Well, I got adamantine armor, so I'm covered.
Yeah, that's not an
All right,
interesting little series.
Okay.
Grandpippy
Maybe I'm gonna
Shippy.
get. Maybe I'm gonna get to use my Hernatite ring.
Maybe we'll have to see what happens.
And that's basically what the description says. It's just that I wrote, "We'll see what happens when I get a 1."
Yeah, it hasn't happened yet, so. Just go ahead and tell me what you want to do, Grandpippy.
Okay. We still don't know what these skitterings are behind us, correct?
You do not know, correct?
I'm going to turn around then, open my mouth,
Mhm.
cast sunbeam from it like a great big Kamehameha, and just sweep it over the back line to like
Oh.
maybe do some damage and light the whole area up.
Okay.
So I'm gonna like that.
Solar beam.
Some
Okay.
radiant damage.
All
DC
right.
17 save. Constitution.
Okay. Con save.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get the exact numbers here in a second. Where are they?
Okay.
Okay. So, as your sunbeam lights up the other side, and you said what was DC 17?
Yes.
So 1,
That's a
2,
lasering.
3 of them pass out of the 10. Right?
The others get laser potamist.
They get laser potamist. So the 3 that pass are only going to take 11. So they are going to have that. The other ones take 22, so they're going to have that. So this is 4. This is 6. And what you see are basically turkeys about the sizes, 10 turkeys about the size of horses.
God.
They're blocking the grated door. The way
No.
out.
Oh man, they just got their feathers ruffled.
They did. They don't look great, but you feel that they were put there to block your exit.
Okay. The ones that did get hit though are blinded. The
Okay.
ones that failed.
The 4, so these are blind.
So that was my action.
Got it.
That's my turn. And I'll close in on them. You know, get out of my way, turkeys.
You move towards them.
Yes.
Okay.
Advance.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You know what? I'd just rather get rid of all those tiny things. So Steve is gonna whip off his mustache and his beard and be like, "I see you, birds. You will not destroy me."
You're not a human?
And cast Firestorm on the back all over the birds back there.
All right, go ahead and make me. Roll me your Firestorm here. 35. DC 18. Dex save, right?
Yep.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. 3 passes. So they're going to take 18 points. So basically the 4 that saved, or no, I'm sorry, 4, what did we say? 4 passed before, right? And then the other 6 were blind. So the ones that, yeah. Okay, so the 4 that passed on the Sunbeam, for all intents and purposes, also passed on the Firestorm, but the other 6 are incinerated. So you have 4 left that are singed and scorched, and 6 of them just turn into burnt turkeys. It smells like cooking turkey.
That seems more reasonable to handle. And I will. Steve will move in front of Bookshelf.
Okay. Bookshelf will take the dodge action. Okay. This is the bad guy's turn now. Oh yeah, I forgot about legendary actions. I was looking at the wrong sheet. Son of a bitch. Oh, too late now. The giant turkey shall let out a sonic gobble, and it echoes through the area in a cone in front of it. And I will need everybody to make me Constitution saving throws, please.
Oh.
How close is it to me?
It is probably... It's not like that close. This is a fairly large cone. So this is probably about, I don't know, 20 feet away from you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phew, I didn't botch it.
Yes. 12, 8, 14, and then 21. So, Rurik, you're the only one who passes. And let's see what you guys take. Just goes up the damage here. Yep. So, Rurik, you're gonna take half of this. So 49 points of thunder damage from the sonic gobble. So everybody, Rurik takes the 49. Rurik, you're gonna take half of that. I have to pull out a calculator because I can't do that in my head right now.
Right.
25.
Yeah, we're rounding up, so yeah, 25.
Yeah.
Okay, and those of you that fail are deafened.
Ah!
Oh,
For
okay.
and you can you're deafened for 4 rounds.
Jesus.
So you cannot
Jeez.
coordinate with each other as you are
Okay
deaf.
then.
Rook, your
Yes.
ears are ringing, but you managed to stave it off.
They can yell at me, they just can't yell at each other.
Correct. They can just yell like, "Can you hear me?" Mop, mop. You know, no sound coming through.
Okay. Is that your full turn?
Yeah, that was his whole action. Do that.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was the legendary action.
No, that was his turn.
Oh,
So
it was
is
turn. Okay.
yeah, I forgot about legendary actions. So and he can't use them after his turn. So
Oh, I see. So the princess is pretty pissed you ruined her perfect hearing. So she is going to step forward and she is going to flip the tides of battle once again and is going to destroy everybody's morale. So she uses 6 of her majesty points to just to do that, and you get a wisdom saving throw for every hostile creature. 17, I think, is what you have to beat. And if not, then they lose half their current hit points.
okay. Let's go with the other guys
What?
here.
That's insane.
You missed that last time, Laura. So the other 4 on the opposite side. Oh wait, I forgot. Those guys, they're gonna move up, but they only have those turkeys. Because that reminds me,
Summer blind.
the blind ones are actually all dead.
Damn.
They're gonna move, but because I didn't say, because I forgot about their turn, they're going to move up. So basically, the 5 of them are surrounding you, Grandpippy, but I'm not gonna have them attack you because I forgot to say that.
I scared of birds.
So they reduce their hit points are reduced by half. And then this other guy gets a saving throw, right? Let's see. And what was the save?
It's a 17.
Wisdom?
Yeah.
He's gonna blow a legendary resistance to automatically succeed.
Damn it.
Hey, we're knocking them down.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah,
Like half hit points is huge.
there's only so much majesty one princess.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually he'll run out, but you know.
Gobbler King, take my child away.
Yeah, right? Anything else, lady?
No, because I think that's my full action.
All right. At the end
Yeah.
of your turn, it will use a legendary action.
Oh wait, do I get a movement?
Yes.
I would like to mount the hippo
Okay. You can move over
to his turret, basically, or over to him. Yeah.
Yeah, you can move over to it, and basically you can't get on it, but he is surrounded by the 4 other lesser turkeys.
Right. Okay.
But you're like next to him. But you are not able to actually mount on him because it takes movement to mount.
Well, what if she's like Princess Peach in Mario 2, where she hops up and floats a little bit?
We could say that happens. It doesn't
Yeah.
mechanically nothing happens,
Nothing
but
happens,
that
yeah.
happens. Sure. But you also, Grandpippy, don't hear her coming
Oh yeah,
because you're deaf.
true. Deaf hippo.
And Rurik, when she shouts out this thing about this whole majesty thing, she's like literally screaming, even though she's like right next to you. So he's going to... Okay, so you move over to him. He's going to use one of his legendary actions at the end of your turn to move his movement up to Rurik. But that is all...
Nice.
That's his legendary action for that one legendary action. Yeah, that'll be fine. No, he'll move within 20 feet of you. Let me rephrase. Sorry.
Okay.
So he's in 20 feet. It is your turn.
Okay, is everyone, like all my teammates, about in the 30-foot radius from me?
If you would have to move to position yourself, they're just outside. Like you'd have to move sort of away from this guy, toward like
Okay,
in
I'll
between
do
to
that.
get the hippo and everybody else.
Okay, I'll move just a bit to have them in my radius.
Okay, so you're moving. You're 20 feet away from him, and you're moving whatever it is, like to 10 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever I need for this spell to work.
So-
I'm gonna cast.
Before you do that, he's going to use a opportunity attack because his tail foot range is 20 feet. And you exited this 20-foot range, so he gets an opportunity attack with his tail. He might miss. Not with a 30. He will hit.
God.
Oh, fuck.
And you will take. Listen, the whole fights so far have been nothing.
Yeah.
This is the big one, right? This is the end-all, be-all of the campaign. You'll take 19 points of damage from the tail whap, bludgeoning damage, and then you're able to move away.
Okay, and I'll cast Holy Aura.
Okay, good spell.
So all my teammates have a light glow around them of 5-foot radius, so there's always light around you.
Okay.
All your saving throw, you have advantage on them, and every creature that attacks you has disadvantage.
Nice.
I will remind you that is a concentration spell, so it can
Yes.
go down. But yes, that is currently the case. That was your action. Do you have anything else that you can do? I don't think so.
Not at the moment. I don't have bonuses action I can take.
Okay.
Well, not good ones.
Fair. All right. Grandpippy Shippy,
Okay.
you
going to-
have 5 guys around you right now.
I do have 5 guys around me.
4 guys, sorry, 4.
I'm going to whirl around then.
Mm-hmm.
Eyeball this super turkey. And I'm going to cast Feeble Mind on him.
I will also remind you that technically you used Sunbeam before, right?
Yes.
You technically still maintain the Sunbeam.
Shoot. I took like 49 damage though, and it's a concentration spell. So
Oh,
I'm
you're
pretty
right.
sure that I've lost it.
You are correct. I forgot. So you're going to cast Feeble Mind on the turkey.
Yes, Mega Turkey. When
Okay.
the train comes in, the pain train.
The pain train, indeed. Let me just real quick look up Feeble Mind. I know.
If he fails
Fundamentally,
it-
he takes psychic
it-
damage and.
Intel, Wisdom, Charisma all drop to 1 if he fails. I derp the turkey.
Yeah. Intelligence and charisma drop to 1. Can't cast spells, activate magic items. Can understand a language or understand. Okay, so you cast Feeble Mind.
Mm-hmm.
He does not attempt to use legendary resistance because you drop his intelligence from a 2 to a 1.
Okay.
Or I'm
his
sorry, a
charisma
6 to a 1. My mistake.
Okay. And his charisma as well.
Which was a 10. So that goes to a 1. He is uglier now. His wrinkles intensify.
Does it take the psychic damage?
He does take the psychic damage. Oh, actually, I do have to save. I have to attempt to save.
Oh yeah.
But his intelligence is at a -2.
5.
-2 to start before he attempts to make the
True.
save.
All right. Boom.
So he fails. So he takes 46 psychic. Go ahead and
So
roll
any
that.
int charisma saves you throw against this guy, they're gonna be nice.
Yep.
All right.
So go ahead and roll me that 46 psychic.
That's
Oh, you
already
did.
in
It's
the,
already 22.
spell.
I see
Yeah,
it there.
22.
Got it.
That is
Sweet.
brain. You got brain damage.
All right.
Charisma save.
Brain pain. All right. Is that it for you, Grandpippy?
That's me.
Stone Cold.
Are there still a bunch of
There
guys
are.
around?
There are 4 turkeys that look pretty beat up surrounding Grandpippy, but Princess Penelope is over near where he is as well.
I guess that's it. I'm gonna go, and then the big turkey thing is right near me, right?
20 feet away, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna fly over to the turkey.
The big one?
Yep.
Yep.
And I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch at 5th level.
Okay. So you have to make an attack roll, I believe. I think a spell attack roll. a 13, right, to make the attack?
Yeah.
No, his AC is higher than that. So
Oh.
you go to hit, and he like shifts his neck, and you touch one of like the bony plates, and there's no living energy in the bone plate to be able to draw the energy from.
Do I have any bonus actions?
You are a cleric, so you could cast. No, you already just cast a spell. You're a grave domain.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. All right. So that is your turn.
Can I
Yes.
have bookshelf use the help action?
How to help who?
Like to help, like so that anybody has
Yeah, advantage.
yeah.
To help
Wait,
against
don't
the.
I have advantage on things anyway because of the?
I think.
On saving throws.
Oh, it's on saving.
Yeah, it has disadvantage on attacks.
Okay. Yeah. Can I make it so it helps so that anybody attacking the big turkey gets advantage?
Yeah, the next attack against the big turkey
Yeah.
before
Right.
the next turn, basically, has a. What's called has a advantage. So at the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action to do a tail sweep in front of it, or like as it spins around. And this is I will need John moved away, so I will need you to make a strength saving throw. Actually, never mind. That's dumb. I'm not going to do that.
Hey.
Oh, well.
Doesn't matter anyway. But
That's fine. Yeah, never mind. That's down.
I didn't actually see that, but it's irrelevant because it would only knock you prone and you're flying. So I thought it did damage, but that's not the case. So instead, he will use all of his legendary actions instead to do a roar, which will only affect you and Bookshelf. And I will need you to make each wisdom saving throws.
Wisdom saving throws
Yes.
for both of us.
Yes. I'm going to say that's the same number for both of you. 20 and 21. Yeah, so you both pass. Its roar, which is basically a altered gobble, does not seem to affect you with any fear effects.
No, because fuck birds.
Okay, then it's his turn. He's going to roll to see if he gets his sonic gobble back. He does not.
Oh. Oh.
Then he's going to bite you. I attempt to bite you anyway. He has disadvantage, though. Because of Holy Aura. Does a 21 hit?
That is my armor class.
Okay, so he's going to deal 4d12 damage. Plus 8. You take 44 points. Holy shit. 44 points of piercing damage as he bites you, and you are grappled in his mouth and restrained.
No.
Fucking A.
A ton of damage, man.
And then he is going to, with you in his mouth, he's going to walk towards. I guess he would technically provoke an attack of opportunity from Bookshelf. Does Bookshelf have any melee weapons?
Well, I did give Bookshelf the Sword of Sharpness.
Okay, so Bookshelf can make an attack with the Sword of Sharpness.
I assume that's what it was, because I thought I saw that when you held up the book. But
I saw you trying to peek at that. I knew. I was trying to hide it, but yeah, that's what it was. Metagaming all over the place over here, I tell you.
What else?
So it doesn't add anything to the damage. You just, if you roll a 20, things happen. So just go ahead and.
Wow.
You missed. Needless to say. Then he's going to continue walking over, and he's going to see where Rurik is, because he's closest. And then he's going to use his second attack, because he has 60 feet of movement, when he gets within 20 feet of Rurik, and he's going to smack at him with his tail. He can't target the same person, because that's just not how that works. So he's going to make an attack on Rurik for only a 14.
Nope.
So that is his turn. Princess.
The princess would like to mount old Grandpippy Shippy in hippo form.
Yep.
And I don't know what I can do in this action, but the weird bird statue thing that we got is mounted in the crossbow or turret on your back.
In the turret on his back, yes.
I would like to fire it.
I'll give him inspiration.
The big turkey.
You have his inspiration, so you have advantage on this roll. Go ahead and make me a
fantastic. So
just
how does it?
Roll me a d20. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Go, princess, go.
Oh, everybody, keep your fingers crossed.
12.
Oh. I don't know if like Dex goes with that. If there's any, I don't know how to roll a turret.
You have advantage, so
You do have advantage.
Oh, that's true. Oh, that's right. I gotta roll it again. No.
Okay. So, let me tell you. Flip here. Okay.
Turrets are not my first.
she's got turret syndrome.
Ha ha ha. That one's not as good as the last one. So this is going to be
Oh.
essentially okay. You're going to add five to this roll, so 17. That will hit.
Oh, fantastic.
And he's well within range. And essentially,
We just like rejuvenate all of his hit points.
this is it's the bird of regeneration. And it hits him and he heals.
Damn
no, it actually is going to hit him, and it's going to deal 8d10 bludgeoning damage. So go ahead and roll me 8d10 from this cannon.
Okay.
So he's going to take 49 points of damage from this roll. So, so that is, let's see, math. So, got it. And then I need you to roll me 3d10.
Okay.
$17. So as you hear the bird goes, "Wah!" and it flies out, and it can only be described as literally Angry Birds. You shoot this bird, and it makes the noise, and when it hits, it explodes. And it does 3d10 fire damage to him. But the process of doing it, kind of in the cartoon fashion of a cannonball exploding, it bends the metal back around.
Oh.
So the cannon is no longer usable, but you did just deal 63 points of damage. Or 66 points of damage with it.
Well, that works.
That was also your action.
Yes.
To do that. Yeah. So that's the end of the princess's turn. Rurik.
How many small turkeys we still have?
4 turkeys.
How many could I be able to hit with the... Let me check. I think it's a 10-foot cube.
Shatter?
Yeah, shatter.
The princess might be in that cube.
You could, if you position
but I can
it,
position it.
You could get 2.
Okay, I'm gonna use shatter on 2 of them.
Okay, it's gotta make a, what's it, con save?
DC 18.
I think one of them is definitely gonna make it. Only one of them makes, or I'm sorry, one of them makes it, yeah. So go ahead and, let's see the damage.
If it wants to go.
We'll see, yeah. Maybe. Maybe.
I'll just roll it. It's 3d8.
Okay. Let's see it.
There we go.
Alright, one of them goes down.
Yes.
Completely. One of them is like hanging on for dear life here. That is your action. Anything else?
Nope. I'm gonna stop there.
All right.
Actually, I'll move a bit further away.
Okay. That's fine. Grandpippy Shippy, it is your turn. There's
Yes.
3 of these little guys around you, and the big guy.
I'm probably more concerned about keeping the princess like lifted up away from all them.
Uh-huh.
So, as my movement action, I'm going to toss an item up to her.
Oh,
I was donated a 357 Magnum revolver, and I'm going to chuck it up to the princess for her to use.
Fine.
okay.
It flies up over, and you catch it by the handle.
Okay.
And I'm going to fixate myself on that turkey and try to polymorph it into a regular sized turkey.
Oh.
All right. What's his save?
17, I believe it's.
Wisdom.
I want to say that's what I would think. Yeah.
Well, either way, he's gonna fail, so he's gonna use a second legendary resistance to stay a big
Okay.
turkey.
That's right. I'm making you bust those actions.
That's fine. I'll take it.
As a bonus action, I will burn a 5th level spell slot to heal 5d8 hit points as part of my special druid while shape nonsense.
Okie dokie. You go ahead and do that. Well, he's healing himself up. Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's your turn.
Okay.
You're in his mouth, by the way.
Right. Can I get out of his mouth, please?
It is your action to try and escape. It is an athletics check versus
Athletics.
yes to get out of his grapple.
I realize so terribly.
Nope. You try as you might, you're not able to escape his mouth.
Okay, then bonus action. Can I summon a spiritual weapon?
Absolutely. Go ahead, and and it attacks as well.
Yeah, and it's a shovel.
And it's a spiritual shovel, and it goes to hit him. So go ahead and make me an attack roll with your spiritual weapon.
Does it add anything to it?
It's
or
your
is it
spell
just
attack
D20?
mod. So d20 plus your spell attack mod. So d20 plus proficiency bonus plus wisdom mod.
Man, I'm having trouble typing.
That does hit, though, so go ahead and roll me a d8 plus your wisdom mod.
Yes.
$15 points, alright.
Oh, wait, just plus wisdom?
D8 plus wisdom. Sorry, just
Oh,
wisdom
sorry,
mod.
so that's just 10.
Just 10? Okay, that's even easier math. Great. I like easy math. Alright, anything else?
Nope, it's action, bonus action. Bookshelf is going to move in and do the help action again.
Oh yes, remind me of that in case I forget. So it is his turn now. His legendary actions come back, and he's gonna make a bite attack against you in his mouth, which is at advantage because you're restrained.
So
Oh,
should
wouldn't
it
it just be normal?
at normal?
It would
Yeah,
just be
'cause,
normal. You're right, which is a 23. My
Yeah.
mistake. So you are swallowed. He swallows you.
Cool.
So you are blinded and restrained. You have total cover against attacks from the outside, and you take acid damage at the start of each of its turns.
Damn.
You can say she got gobbled.
She gets
I
Worst
could.
nightmare for Steve.
That yeah.
Oh.
That is one of his attacks, and then he's going to move and tail swap at Rurik at disadvantage for 25.
Yeah, that hits.
He's gonna roll his damage, and he's gonna hope to knock out your concentration with a 24. So it's a
Okay,
DC
so I need to-
12 concentration.
22.
What'd you say?
It's a DC 22.
No, it's
Is it-
half.
It's
It's half of what
it's
he.
10.
It's 10
Isn't it
or
10 plus half?
no 10 or half
or
of the
half.
damage, whichever is higher.
Oh,
So DC
It's a
12 con
con
save.
and I have advantage.
Correct.
I got it.
Yeah, you got it. You keep maintain concentration. And that is his turn. Princess, you are holding a 357 Magnum revolver.
She's never seen in her life.
Yes.
So first thing.
Go ahead.
So, under majestic healing, so she's gonna use 3 majesty points worth 5 hit points each to heal for 15, just because she's a smidge low.
Is that her action?
That's a bonus action.
Okay.
She can heal herself as a bonus action. Sure. Then when she's better, is the large turkey facing her?
Yes.
Within eyesight of her?
Yes.
Okay. She will once again rip open her blouse, and force him to make a wisdom save to make sure that he's not permanently blinded.
Sure.
Why not, right?
Oops, sorry, I rolled that twice, which is inaccurate. And what was the save?
17.
Alright. So, Turkey's gonna use his last legendary resistance to not become blind.
Damn it. They are, it is the best cleavage she's ever...
Yeah, he has 1 intelligence, he doesn't really care.
He doesn't care.
Turkeys
Right, it's a
should
turkey.
know breasts, though, so...
Yes.
Once you see them, you might as well not see anything else ever again.
Yeah. So that is ending your turn, I take it?
It does.
Alright, so as a legendary action, he is going to roar. I need everybody, except for you, Steve, because you're inside it, to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's right. Our hearing's back, isn't it?
No, actually.
No.
So I guess you're right. You don't have to. Just Rurik has to make a wisdom save.
Oh, okay.
At advantage. You're at advantage, so go ahead and make it with advantage.
Nice.
Right. Which, funny, 18 is the number, so good luck. Good job
Nice.
there.
Yay. Yay for plus 12.
Yeah. Oh, also, I guess I should have said before that Penelope, you take, by the way, retroactively for this, you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage because Grandpippy flipped you the 357 Magnum and you couldn't hear him say anything. So you just got hit in the face with a pistol. You basically got accidentally pistol whipped. But you caught it now, and it didn't go off, but it just hit you in the face because you couldn't hear him flipping it up to you.
One of those hippopotami pistol whips.
Yeah. Hippopotami pistol whip.
Okay. All right.
Word.
I'm at now.
All right, Rurik.
Let me check.
Oh, man.
I think Rurik is just gonna flame strike the big turkey.
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead. He's gonna make a. Well, go ahead and roll it. And we'll see what comes up.
I hope this one works. I know I had some problem with the spells when testing them.
Yeah, I remember we were going through. We had those issues.
It's asking me to submit, but it doesn't do anything. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you what saving throw it has to do. It's Dex against 18.
Okay. So go ahead and roll the damage anyway, because he takes half no matter what. Oh yeah, he's gonna.
Okay, I'm gonna roll twice 4d6.
Okay. Right, because bludgeoning and radiant. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Sorry. We're gonna rewind for a sec. We'll still do the damage. Go ahead.
This is the fire damage,
Okay.
and this is the radiant.
Okay. I'm not gonna adjust because I forgot. At the start of his turn, Steve. By the way, you took 21 points of acid damage for being in his stomach.
Holy.
I decided to not roll because it could be a lot more. So I took average damage. So, however, you being inside him have total cover when the flame strike is upon you. But I'm going to say that you still take from the inside basically 7 points of fire damage because he's literally on fire on the outside and it's superheating his stomach. So it's like heat damage.
Cooking
Steve.
the turkey.
Yeah, he's cooking the turkey with the gargoyle inside.
Okay with this.
Stuffing.
Yes. Now
I'm gonna end my turn there.
all right. Then it is Grandpippy Shippy's turn.
Okay, Grandpippy Shippy's going to, having, like, knocked off all of this turkey's magical shields, having derped it down to nothingness. He's going to plant his feet in the ground and begin a charge straight towards this beastly bird. And I guess take any kind of attacks of opportunity from the little birds around him.
Yes, which I keep forgetting are there. That should be attacking you every turn, but I keep forgetting that they're there because everybody's ignored them. They're gonna be the sleeper hits here, right? They're gonna come out and they're gonna take you down.
Oh,
Disadvantage though, because I'm glowing. I'm a
That
glowing
is
potamus.
true. That is disadvantage.
Hippo glow. Just apply.
So what
One
is your
coat.
hippo AC?
My hippo AC. I'm fairly easy to hit. 13.
All right, so he's gonna hit with the first one. First claw is gonna do 12 points.
Okay.
AC was a what? Did we say?
13.
All right, so the second one's gonna miss.
Mm-hmm.
Third one is a 12, so it's gonna miss. So you get hit with one opportunity attack as you run away.
Okay.
Princess, you are carried.
Shoot.
Yes.
He's going to charge up to melee range with the turkey.
Yep.
Turkey's going to make a charisma save because I'm about to hit him with a spell that's going to be nice.
Okay, here we go. Add a legendary resistances.
Charisma is 1.
He's got a 1. Or he's actually got a negative, like, 3.
He got hit by a plane shift.
Steve, you go with him, and the plane shifts to another plane inside his belly.
Okay. I still send a message.
Grandpippy, where did you send him?
Go back to the shadows as I
Pull a
send him to
Gandalf.
Turkey Hell, wherever Turkey Hell is at.
oh no.
Or no, wait, actually, no, the plane of gargoyles, with the gargoyles elemental
Okay, the Earth Elemental plane.
elemental plane.
Earth element.
I should have let you tell me where he was going first before I told you that Steve went with
yeah.
him. But
Yes,
it's fine. So he is teleported to the Earth Elemental plane.
to the Notre Dame plane.
Sure.
That's right.
That ends your turn, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Stone Cold Steve Austin,
Whence you came.
you are inside the belly.
Bookshelf just distraught right now.
Yeah, Bookshelf is just lost. Bookshelf is weeping pebbles on the ground.
I will cast Heal on myself at 8th level.
Okay, you do that. Does upcasting heal do anything, or does it just get you...
Yeah, it gets 10 points per level.
Okay, so
So I
you...
upcast it, so I get 90.
90 HP healed back. That is your action. Your spiritual weapon is on another plane of existence, so it can't help you there, unfortunately. There's a spectral shovel, I should also say, hanging out where you guys are in that arena.
That's all we have left.
Yeah, who's left in the arena? It's like me and the princess.
And me and the,
And the
turkey.
hippo
And,
and,
Hippie
3 turkeys.
and 3 turkeys. And Bookshelf.
And distraught bookshelf.
Forget about Bookshelf.
What would you like to have happen there? That was it, Steve. That was your action, right?
Yeah, I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay. It's its turn. You take 21 points of acid damage.
God.
And it just runs around. Like, it just barrels 60 feet in a random direction. Not knowing what's going on. It can't attack you because you're inside it, and that would literally cause itself harm. And it's not intelligent enough to think to, like, try to swallow something.
Is it still on fire?
Did it get set on fire for a thing?
Didn't he? Wasn't he like burning? At one
Oh,
point?
he did the damage. Flame Strike doesn't persist.
Oh, okay.
And then back in the arena, the 3 turkeys will assault. They will, each one shall attack each of you.
Okay.
So first, the Though, actually, no, because good old Rurik there is emanating light. They're all gonna run at him.
Well, we all are.
Yes, but you are the source. These are clever girls. These turkeys.
Clever girl.
They all come running at you. So first
From
of all,
the side.
yes. They're gonna try to hit you with claws. They all do it simultaneously, so they all have advantage from pack tactics, but they all have disadvantage, so they're just straight rolls. So the first one goes in for an attack with a natural roll 20. Let's see here. What do we got
Can't
here?
help you guys anymore.
Well, it's a regular attack on me, so I don't mind.
That's okay. But it still has the cool effect, which is fine. So it is a D10, which is 14 points. You cannot recover these hit points until you take a long rest. Those 14. And I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
Good.
Okay, so that's fine. That's advantage. So you're good.
Yeah. Okay.
The second one is a
Yeah, I
normal
forgot
attack
this.
roll with
Oh,
a.
Hey, I got a 20 on the other one.
Nice.
It is a not a hit, and then the third one will attack for not a hit. So that was their claw attacks, but they also have bite attacks. So they're all got.
I just need to do a con saving throw.
Oh, you're right for the Holy Aura for 14.
It's gonna be DC 10.
Yes, DC 10. Okay.
I got it.
All right. So then they all have bite attacks. Same deal. Bite that's gonna hit. That one is gonna hit you for 11 points. I need you to make a DC 10 concentration check.
Oh.
Okay. Then we've
Damn.
got that was one bite, right? We've got
Yep.
another bite. It's a miss, and then the final bite is a miss. Princess, it is your turn.
So the princess uses her bonus action to yell, "Dear God, Rurik, do something!" And
Can he
so
hear?
he'll get his he'll get his in a second. But then she's going to attempt to use this thing that she's never used before, and she can only assume with her princess knowledge that it needs to be pointed downrange, and she begins to fire at the turkeys with this freaking revolver.
All right, so you gave
Please
Rurik
don't get a 1.
you gave Rurik an action, correct?
I did.
So Rurik, you have an action right now.
Ooh, might as well cast Thunder Wave. I think that's around me.
Yeah, it actually is in front of you. It's a 10-foot cube, so you could probably get.
It says cube. Oh yeah, originating from me.
Yeah, the cube. You would think everybody feels like, and I always felt like it too, that it's like a radius, but the origin of a cube spell per the magic section of the book is in front. So also you can get 2 of them.
Okay, actually, maybe I'm gonna use something else.
Okay.
Oh no, I'll use that. Everything else is concentration, so I would have to stop my.
One will
Other spell.
pass, so the other one will fail.
Okay, it's 2d8 thunder.
Correct.
And the ones that are hit are pushed 10 feet away from me.
Right. One will be pushed 10 feet away. The other one passes the save, so he's not pushed. So go ahead and give me your 2d8. See if you kill these guys. Or at least one of these guys. Maybe. You were so close to not. This guy had 7 health. So you take out the one that didn't fail, and the other guy only takes half of that. So he
4,
only
yeah.
takes 4 damage. So the guy gets pushed back, but he dies. And then, Princess, you have 1 shot with this revolver, because you only would have 1 attack. So you are
Okay.
not proficient with firearms. So you will not add your proficiency bonus. This is a D10 plus your dexterity modifier
Okay.
at one of these raptors. Or raptors,
Okay. So I don't need to roll to hit it?
turkeys. You do need to roll to hit it. It's just a D20 plus your dex mod to hit, right? You don't add your proficiency bonus.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah, so D20 plus whatever dex is.
Okay. Let's see. D20 plus 2. Excuse me. D20 plus 2.
16 is enough.
Yes! Yes!
A deafening sound that only Rurik hears because everybody else is still missing their hearing till the end of this turn. Actually, no. Grandpippy Shippy, your hearing is back. She's on your back, and a gunshot goes off on your back.
Yes.
And that will
You
deal
saw
you a... That is... Let's see. That's a pistol. It's a revolver. So that's a D10 plus your dex mod.
Okay.
As the smoke clears, you have blown a hole through the head of this turkey. There is one turkey left.
Oh,
And Rurik, it is now your actual turn.
So there's one left and it's in front of me, right?
Yes.
I'm just gonna go ahead and whack it with my warhammer.
yes, please
Let's
kill
see.
it.
Yes.
That will hit. Let's see the damage. Can you kill it? You cannot! It remains with 1 HP.
Oh.
Bump. Oh wait, did you want to use your thunder damage? That extra 2d8 that you can add to it?
Actually, yes.
You kill it with thunder damage! It is dead. So, basically what I'm going to say is Grandpippy Shippy, Penelope, Rurik, and Bookshelf are no longer in combat.
Oh no.
It now goes to you, Stone Cold Steve Austin, restrained and blinded in the
I will
stomach.
destroy this beast by myself.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
What would you like to do?
Can I cast harm on it?
Ooh.
Yeah, you're touching it. So,
Should be hard to grab him.
he's gonna make a DC 18 con save for half damage, right?
Just really hoping I can get him to spit me up.
Let's see if that roll goes through. Maybe. No.
Oh.
I have a reroll of a natural 1.
Oh,
Thank you, Light.
No, spit me up.
17. So
Hey,
he takes
that's-
50 points of
Yes.
damage. So that is that. And you had to deal 30 points, and then he has to make another con save or spit you up. Which he does just make. He does
damn
not
it.
regurgitate you.
oh, can he like teleport from his belly? Oh my god.
That was her
Might be able to do
action.
like more damage inside of him and like take less damage from the acid. Just
Well,
Yeah,
she
you
could
should-
banish
harm,
him.
harm, harm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you are inside him. You have done. It's only. I mean, we're at the we hit the time, right? So we're at the end here. You only have to deal 30 damage to get him to spit you up, but he has to fail the con save to spit you up. So you did the damage,
Okay.
but it is now his turn. You take 21 points of acid damage,
Man.
and he runs around in another direction.
Healing and hitting him from the inside, apparently.
Yeah.
So he
Yes.
runs away, just like flailing about. It is your turn now.
Okay, hold on. I gotta see which does more damage. Okay, I'm gonna cast. Let's see. This is. Can I touch it? Yeah, how do range attacks work now that I'm inside it?
You're technically blinded, so you're technically at disadvantage. It's also with you would technically it's like a weird situation because you're inside it, so potentially you could have advantage, but you're blinded, so you have disadvantage. But you're also within 5 feet of it doing a ranged attack, so you'd have disadvantage.
Well, it's just still a save, but it's like it's a range, but you save against it. So
If it's a
I'm
saving
not-
throw, it's a saving throw. So
Okay. Then I'm gonna cast Blight.
Oh, okay,
on
yeah.
it
So he has to
at
make a
5th level.
con save, right?
Yeah.
DC 18.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
17. Go ahead and make your blight roll. whatever that is, 68, I think. Is that right?
So that's 38 points.
8d8. Oh, wow. Only... Alright, 38 points. That is enough to make him potentially throw you up. Let's see if he makes his DC 15 con save. He passes.
Damn.
It's his turn. You take 21 points of acid damage. He runs off in a random direction. It is your turn again.
Okay, I will do...
This is too funny. Just a back and forth, a back and forth. We'll see if she gets hurled up out of the giant turkey.
I'm gonna
Or just kills it.
Or could...
I'll
What?
do Blight again.
Blight again? Okay. Con save. He fails.
Oh.
Damage for Blight. 40. He has exactly 40 HP. The start of your turn, as it ends, you take 21 points of acid damage, and you climb out of, because you're still in stomach acid, even though he's dead.
Right.
And you can use your action to climb out of his throat.
That is what I do.
And you do that, and you see no one you know. You see no bookshelf, no Grandpippy Shippy, no Penelope, no Rurik.
I'm like, we succeeded! I murdered the
And this all looks all too familiar. You are on the elemental plane of Earth. Alone.
Who used plane shift again?
Grandpippy Shippy.
Okay. I'm gonna
Go
go
find her tomorrow.
I'm gonna go to Grandpippy Shippy and ask him, where did you send it?
I sent her to the elemental plane of Earth. Since she's definitely not a human, no matter what you say, she's made of rocks. So send her where she have all the rocks.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to a bookshelf and cast banishment.
Okay.
Because if I send them to their proper realm, they stay there and they won't come back.
Okay.
Oh, together. It's like
Uh,
a fairy tale
Setting bookshelf
ending.
to Steve.
Bookshelf does not resist your banishment spell. And Bookshelf is banished to the Earth Elemental Plane to be with Steve.
Oh.
Oh.
bookshelf!
You guys are together forever on your home plane. Now, Steve will never be alone and will have a friend forever. Who's also
This is the best
his/its
ending.
betrothed. So as we are going to bring the stream to a close, having done the full 25 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wesley agrees. 25 hours. And we managed to raise $2,375 on a goal of $1,611. You guys... Oh, but as this is about to end, a Baylor appears in front of you, Rurik, and touches its finger to your forehead and says, "You are now the Pumpkin King, Gordon," and disappears. So you are now imbued with the soul of Gordon, irremovable, because you had made an enemy of a great fiend who would cause you infinite pain and suffering. What could be worse than you becoming the new Gordon?
Oh
My
my
worst
god.
enemy.
You're your own worst enemy now. And with that, I feel like we are going to be bringing this stream to a close. Thank you so much to everybody who donated, to all the people who came out and followed, supported, to all of the players who were here from the start. Thank you to our final crew here, Laura, Rem, Chelsea, and Jal, all for being here. Some of you who I literally, like Rem, who I just met today, and also showed up in costume for his kooky, cantankerous
Yes.
halfling.
Well, Chelsea didn't tiara, so I had to show her up.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. She did show up with a tiara to be a princess. This will be uploaded to YouTube. It's going to take a while to edit, because there's a lot. So again, yeah, I wanted to say thank you to everybody. I had a blast. I hope you guys had fun as well. I know, Rem, you just joined, so I hope you had fun with your first time ever playing in a game that I've ran. It was a little wonky.
Yep.
So yeah, I just I just wanted to say thank you again to all the support, and again, all the donations go to help kids in need, so that's huge that we were able to raise so much money. The 5th person on the Wizards of the Coast team blew past all of our previous goals from last year and this year. It's just crazy to see what happened. And Jal, part of your suffering was that you would start your campaign, or when you came back, exactly where you started. Another extension of your suffering due to your fiendish enemy.
I feel like now Rurik is just gonna use his instant fortress, like inside that room, and just lock himself inside with his blood notebook forever.
Well, there you go. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna jump off here. It's been a long time. And yeah, other things like family and sleep await me. So thank you guys again. Feel free to watch the VODs if you want. And again, have a great night/weekend, everybody. And I guess now you have a whole new thing to think about when Thanksgiving rolls around.
That's true. And we're back here tomorrow night.
Yes, we are. So there we go. So anyway, folks, have a good night, and I will catch all you guys in the chat and everybody here on stream with me soon. So thanks, everybody.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Doors.